So what's this news about these sales?
Oh, you started already, huh?
Yeah.
No welcome, no hello, no nothing?
Hello! This is episode 438 of the 3G podcast. Slow, sleepy news week here in the middle of April.
That's fair.
Everyone's just having...
Did you just wake up or something?
No, I was just sitting there chilling playing, what's it called? AI Somnium Files.
Ah.
I'm like halfway through day 4.
Oh, you're further than I am. Let's rewind.
Not just like,
What is the Whopper? Tough joint bait, right?
What's that?
Tough joint bait. That's what you use for Whoppers, isn't it?
Yeah, generally, unless it's night out, then you use the tentacle lure. I haven't played this game forever. It feels like it's been so much longer than a week since the last podcast. Just... I don't know, man.
Why does it feel longer than a week?
Just a busy week, I guess.
And I feel like I should be able to see the Whoppers in the water.
Morning, plenty. Oh, where do you want to go?
I've been doing morning inclemency in the forest.
I always do morning, plenty, and then... where do I go? I'm going to have to go to the forest to remember these areas. Area 17? Yeah, Area 17.
That's where I'm at.
You know. Usually find a couple of them there.
I've been doing a lot of fishing in East 10, so this feels weird.
Well, we had a whole bunch of storms last week. That kept me from doing anything except really messing around on the 3DS too much.
You just wanted an excuse to play your 3DS.
It doesn't hurt, but then everything it doesn't matter. Like, you know, my hours are down, so it's like, all right. Well, I said I was gonna stop working on weekends anyway. Spoilers, that didn't really fucking pan out. I don't know, something's wrong with me. But it turns out, like, one of the things that I could have been doing was working on Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Because I could have messed around with my Switch. I guess I couldn't really have done media too easily, because, like, I gotta capture the stuff. Well, I could have just taken screenshots and then got them later. Whatever. I did some Xenoblade mapping earlier in the week. And then we kind of just stopped doing that abruptly, and I don't know. It's fucking weird. I don't know. No direction.
You usually told what to do?
There's a vague idea, at least, of what I'm working on.
Yeah.
So, it's not you like
video game sales if you want to spend some money. Which I'm guessing you don't?
Not particularly. Well, Rebecca was throwing a tantrum. Like, what season is it right now?
I mean, spring?
In terms of American finances.
Tax
season. Yeah, there you go. And Rebecca's been dooming and glooming for weeks now about her tax returns. And look, okay. We do not have complicated tax returns. We have a house, we have a car. That's pretty much it. We don't have like a lot of exemptions. We don't have kids. We don't have dependencies. We don't have like alternate bits of land that we're renting out, or there's all kinds of complications we could have, but we do not. And Rebecca bemoans her taxes because she works in Kentucky, right? So she has to pay... Tennessee actually has really simple taxes. But she works in Kentucky, so she has to do her federal taxes, and she has to do Kentucky state taxes, and then she has to fucking do Hopkinsville taxes, which is, I guess, the town where her job is supposedly physically located, but she, works from home most of the time, so even then, it's not like your taxes are more complicated than ours are. Just because you have crotch spawn that you have to fucking presumably claim on your taxes.
Those are just deductions. They're not really hard.
No, most of it's not hard, right? Like, I don't know. When I fill out taxes, like, I put the 1 or the 0, I fill in how much money I fucking made, and how much they fucking have stolen from me, and I say stole, I'm not a fucking libertarian, I'm fine with taxes, alright? I'm fine with taxes.
They're definitely stealing from me. I am in no way wealthy enough to pay what they want me to pay.
As long as I get a return on investment, right? I'm the one fucking guy in the world. Everyone's like, whoa. Like, I talk to my fucking parents about politics all the time, which is probably a bad idea. But somehow, like, I talk to my mom about politics, because I can actually talk to her.
I apologize to the viewers. I had every chance in the world to talk about what places you could buy some cheap games from.
Yeah, but you didn't.
Blew it.
You blew it. But, like, and she just always, I don't know, we've been talking about politics, like, we didn't talk about politics at all until I was, like, 25, right? This is not something that interested me until the Bush era, really. And, now we still talk about politics, and she always just, like, takes for granted. Maybe it's a Wisconsin thing. Everyone wants small government. No, actually, I don't just want small government. I want government big enough to do what needs to be fucking done to make my fucking life easier. And I know that just sounds antithetical to some people, but you know what? I actually kind of like the idea of watchdogs making sure there's not fucking lead in my water, right? I know that America doesn't do that job very fucking well. Just go ask anybody who has the misfortune to live in Flint. But on paper, this is a job that the government could and should be doing. So I don't actually mind the concept of paying taxes. It's just, like, I'm never going to get fucking Social Security. It's never going to fucking happen. I'm not even fucking pretending that I am. Like, I should. Everybody should. But
I better.
I've seen enough fucking American politics over the past 40 years to know that's not going to fucking make it until I fucking, like, we are more likely to end up in a fucking civil war than I am to fucking collect Social Security. Sorry, Greg, I hate to break it to you, but that's where I'm sitting on that right now. If I had to hedge my bets.
Otherwise I know a lot of people who will go demand their money back.
Well, do you know who's going to fucking steal it? The same people these fucking vote for.
We're going to get it back one way or another.
You're not getting shit back. They're stealing it, and you're just going to fucking suck it up.
One way or another.
No way. No way. So, it's just, I don't actually mind it. It's never been that complicated for me, probably because I've been fucking poor my entire life. That's one good way to make sure you don't have to spend too much time doing taxes. Just be poor. So, what was it, a W-2 that I used to fucking get when I'd work at, like, Subway and shit when I was in college? Was never that complicated.
Everybody gets W-2s.
Yeah. I just can't remember what it was.
You get W-2s right now for whatever you do. Which isn't Persona related, might I add.
Yeah. Well, independent contractor shit. It's a little different. I have to fucking go out of my way to do that. But, so she's been just acting like it's this Herculean task. Right? And it took her maybe an hour, and most of that was because she couldn't get the online forms to fucking work. By the way, might I add, like, the like top conservative fucking response every time somebody's having money trouble is, well, you should be buying an iPhone. Well, you know what? Half these fucking tax forms require you to have a fucking smartphone to do them. So I don't know how you're doing your goddamn taxes properly without a fucking smartphone in this day and age, but she got reference to something on her fucking phone. Surprisingly, I didn't, but whatever the case. Took her about an hour to do her taxes. Turns out she's Turns out she's getting like $200 back from the government. Should tell you how little money she makes, by the way. I don't think she's getting anything back from state, though. Whatever. She's kind of in a bad situation when it comes to like state and local, because Tennessee's one of those.
I actually get money back from state. But federal is really bad.
I think Well, Tennessee is one of those places that likes the tax up front. Like our sales tax is like 9.67% or some shit, and Kentucky's is like 6%, but then they want to fucking charge you for shit later, and yeah, so it kind of actually sucks to live and buy things in Tennessee and then work in Kentucky. If at all possible, you want to do the opposite. You make a little bit more money if you live in Kentucky and then buy shit in or no. How's it fucking work? I'm trying to think. Whatever. I'm too tired. All I know is this. Tennessee will charge you properly on your taxes. Kentucky won't, and then you'll have to pay it back later. But if you need to go buy groceries, drive across the fucking state border and get the 6% sales tax. Which is what we do. We drive up 41A past the military base. There's a Walmart up there. Just pay 6% tax instead of the 10% they want here. Every little bit helps, right?
Gosh darn it, I lost the fish.
And so the way she was carrying on, it was like we were going to be paying, $1,000, $2,000 or whatever the fuck. And it's like,
you're not paying that much.
No, it actually,
That's like what I pay.
Is that all you pay?
It's closer.
Well, then shut the fuck up. You don't pay that much.
I pay way too much.
Well, you make like over twice as much as she does. I can't remember how much her gross adjusted was, but it was in the ballpark of $50,000. Which seems a little bit low for a fucking healthcare respond worker, but hey, who might have judged?
So, if you are poor and still want video games,
there you go.
Perfect, right?
Yeah, it's something.
There's a sale at Target right now. They have freaking Alan Wake 2 Deluxe Edition for $20, which is insane.
I don't think they have that in my region. Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
What man would want you now?
PlayStation 5 version?
45.
40.
Okay. I saw 45 on one of these sites here.
Yeah, it's crap, right?
No, that's not bad.
It's crap.
They're charging $80 for it when it launched, weren't they?
Yeah, something like that. But the Xbox version is half the price.
Because it's not on disc. It's garbage. Nobody buys it. No. General rule of thumb: most Xbox physical games are not complete on disc.
Well, the Deluxe Edition is supposed to have the 2 DLCs with it too.
Most of it's like an Xbox One version, and then
Xbox discs are only 50 gigabytes or something.
Yeah, well, is that still the case for Xbox Series discs?
Wouldn't surprise me.
There's also a GameFly sale going on.
Oh, so you bought Space Marine 2.
VGP has a bunch of limited run games on the store.
Yeah, I didn't see anything
that are apparently new. About. I really want that Animal Well, but I refuse to pay that much for it because I know how short of a game it is. That game shouldn't be more than $20 would be generous.
I think the only 2 limited run games that I would be comfortable spending any kind of money on is Fata Morgana, and if I could get a copy of Time Spinner off of them, I'd be fine with that.
Animal Well's $25 digitally. You're not paying $20 physically.
Yeah, well, I mean, you see where I'm at. It's $25 digitally is insane as well, so.
No, dogs are barking.
The game is like a 4-hour game. Like, no one should be paying that much for this.
You know what else is not on sale, but for sale? That Neptunia Rebirth trilogy is on VGP. I'm tempted. I ain't got money, but I'm tempted. That'd be a fine little pickup there.
Yeah, there's Squid apparently.
I gotta keep some extra money around for Lunar.
I don't know. I'm not sure I'm sold on Lunar. Somebody sell me on Lunar. Why should I care?
Nice classic 2D RPG.
How's it compared to Suikoden?
Yeah, probably not as good.
Well, Suikoden 1 was kind of lackluster.
It was okay. They were just getting their feet wet. They didn't know what they were doing.
Suikoden 2 is definitely the best out of the probably the Suikoden games.
I forced myself to not work on Saturday, and no, that's not entirely true. I worked Saturday morning until like noon, and then I took time off and played Suikoden the rest of the day. Well, and I played some Somnium Files later on. But yeah, I made it. I got my keep back because remember I had to start over because I was following like a bullet point guide from RPG site, which is okay if you just want to know like what to do and where to go, very very vaguely. But they don't tell you a lot of like useful stuff. Like I couldn't help myself if I was writing a bullet point guide. I would tell people, hey, you can get like double strike runes from these fucking rabbits at the beginning of the game, and only here. So maybe you should grind some of these out, you know? Because you could be using those the rest of the fucking game. It's not that long of a grind. You know, I actually recorded.
Well, they're that good is the thing.
I actually recorded how many rabbits I had to kill to like. I ended up with a dozen of these double jab runes. The first one I got after 10 rabbits, and I was like, all right, this is fast as shit. And the second one was at 111 rabbits. That was a long grind there because I wasn't high enough level to just like skip encounters that were too low level for me to bother with. But after that 111, I was able to just skip everything that wasn't a rabbit because I'd leveled up to like 10 or whatever.
Boy, you'll love Aiden.
I'll love what?
Aiden Chronicles.
I don't know if I'll love it because like I've hit my limit with the grinding for Suikoden 2.
There's rare items in the shops that are RNG, if they show up or not.
Oh yeah, that's stupid. That's stupid as fuck.
Is it as easy to manipulate that as it is in Suikoden?
Some are easy, some shops are not easy.
Can I save scum them, is what I'm asking.
Yes.
Okay. Because am I going to want like multiples of some of these things?
No.
I mean...
Okay.
Well, I mean, if you wanted trophies, then you'll need to get them. But otherwise, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you just need them to show up for trophies.
Because like with Suikoden, there's like a Fury rune that shows up at a shop early in the game. This guy doesn't tell you. Well, it tells you about it, but doesn't say, hey, maybe you should get a couple of these because it like applies anger on a character that has it equipped, and in conjunction with the double strike rune, it's really good. I noticed this on my own with that Nanami girl, your fucking big sister. I had like she's the first one in my party that gets 2 free runes that you can equip, so I had those on her in my first playthrough. I'm like, this is really good. This is exactly what happened. I was like, this is really fucking good. I should get this on more characters, like this fucking big boobied redhead monk chick that I got, and this other fucking fighter chick that I got, and Victor from the first game. He's got rune slots. I should put this on him. And I was like, so how do I get more of these? I can't remember where I got them. I looked it up on sites that are a little bit more in depth, and they're talking about like early game farms of these runes. I'm like, uh-oh. And sure enough, you can't go back to those places. I'm like, motherfucker, do I want to spend the time going back to the beginning of the game and grinding these out, or do I want to live with this imperfect party in this easy game that I probably don't actually need No, of course I have to start over. Of course, I don't care if the game's fucking easy. My stats aren't as good as they could be, and that will not stand, so Then I started looking up some fucking farming shit on Reddit. People were talking about it with the remasters that came out, and I was like, all right, this shit should have been in the guide. They should have fucking told you instead of, hey, farm these. I don't know. Just even if you're doing like a thin guide, I think you can fit a sentence for that in there. But yeah, so I had an okay time. Like, I'm working on something else I can't talk about right now. But it's on PC, and so I was able to have my PlayStation 4 going. And like how it works in Suikoden 2 is the stores have a chance to stock like a rare item every 30 minutes. So I just, go and save scum until I get one of these Fury Orbs at the shop. And then I go save, and then I just wait, and I work. 30 minutes to an hour. Whenever I get done doing what I'm doing work-wise, I go and do another run and get another Fury Orb. So I'm fine with that.
Excuse me.
That's the kind of like secondary idle grinding that I was perfectly fine doing in Suikoden 2, because it's not like it's delaying me from playing the game. I'm working. I can't really play it anyways, but I only have to pay attention to it like, once every half an hour or so. So it's that I didn't mind, but it sounds like Eiyuden Chronicle is not going to work like that. So
yeah, I mean, you can wait. There's good sections for waiting just like that.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not ready to move. You know what? I feel like I deserve to play more Suikoden 2 right now, because I spent all the time grinding up this fucking party. And I'm just at the point where I can store items again, so I don't have to worry about the early game inventory management. That's one thing, like, these Suikoden games, they make you hate them at the very beginning. Because, especially the first game, you can't do anything. You can't stash any items, so you're just stuck with, like, the 6 things that characters can wear or fucking carry with them. Until you unlock the storeroom. You have to walk everywhere until you unlock the fast travel. The games want you to hate them at the very beginning. Like, if you don't have a guide and you're going to the, like, you're a stickler for purity, right? No guides. I want to experience these PlayStation 1 classics that I somehow missed. You're gonna hate them. You're gonna hate them because you're not gonna know what to fucking do, and you're not gonna have, like, very basic features that you feel like you should have access to until you progress far enough through the game and then it's at your base, and then it, makes sense again. I don't know. There's a reason I didn't complain about Suikoden 1, because I was following a guide, and they're like, you can't do this yet. I'm like, alright. I'm not going to throw a tantrum because I'm supposed to unlock this later. But if this never unlocked, if this was the game, God, that would fucking suck. But I'm, like, past the early game grind bullshit. I should be able to just, like, blitz through and make progress now. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I beat East 10 today. And I have to say, there's a little bit of that in East 10 as well. Like,
so you stopped hating it.
Ship, when you first get the ship, you can't move very fast. You get this magical ability that puts wind in your sails no matter where you are, and you can use it, but then you have to wait for it to refill. And the waiting for it to refill part is just the slowest, most obnoxious. What the hell am I doing? It's slow sailing. It's really slow sailing. But,
literally
by mid game to late game, you can do this ability 4, 5, 6 times in a row. Then you stop. Then you stop hating life. And it gets way better.
Yeah,
but in the beginning, it is just fucking torture.
It's slow to an extent in the beginning, but there are currents that refill it faster.
Yeah, until you want to explore everywhere outside that current.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that the currents refill it. So save all exploring until later in the game, basically, which is not what gamers do.
Well, there's a problem with that because there's missable stuff in East 10.
Yeah. So yeah, saving all the exploration till later in the game is a great way to not get every trophy. Because they also have, East 10 also has quests that expire after a certain time. Which, that's bullshit. Like that's a day and age of gaming that should have long passed.
How is that That's exactly what every East game has ever done. That's
Don't like it.
East 9.
Don't like it. Don't care.
Okay, I mean, fine, but acknowledge that's just like core East gameplay.
Don't like it.
I mean, it's probably pretty much in every Trails game too.
I want to obliquely complain about something. I was afraid to until Greg said that. You know what shouldn't be in fucking games? Timed fucking parry and dodge mechanics. I know that sounds like that's just a video game shit, but I'm 40. I'm so fucking
How in the world are you going to get away from timed parries?
You know what? Turn it off in the fucking difficulty section. I don't fucking have patience for that shit anymore.
Yeah, but parrying is all about timing. It's inherent.
Yeah, okay, well, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
On me about missable quests, and then bitch about parrying.
Are you going to complain about missable quests? You're supposed to explore and talk to everyone. That's just part of the game. That's how. Same thing.
Then don't tie it to trophies that you can miss.
I don't want to do it. Okay, good. Don't do it. Just take that game
They also think that East 10 works all quests on map pretty much, so it's kind of hard to miss it if you actually look at things and explore.
You progress one main quest too far, you're fucked.
You know what perfect parries and perfect dodges are? They're quick time events without a fucking proper prompt. That's all that is. I'm sick of fucking defending this shit. It's garbage. I don't want to fucking deal with that shit in games.
This podcast should be titled East 10, Divisive as Hell.
Old men grump about fucking core gameplay mechanics they're tired of doing.
There is parrying in East 10.
I know there is.
But it's pretty liberal.
It's way more of a focus than East 9 and 8 was, I'll tell you that.
Did you come to peace with that element, Greg?
In East 8 and 9, eventually, but I had to get used to it. Because in East 8 and 9, you can pretty much do a flash parry or flash dodge, and they're about the same thing. They have both here as well, but some bosses go in super hard on the parrying. And if you don't get the parrying, I've always been better at dodging, which is why I'm being grumpy about it.
Well, yeah, because you cover ground when you dodge, so there's a good chance the enemy will miss you even if you don't do a well-timed dodge. With parrying, you're going to get hit if you fuck it up. Yeah.
But you get used to it. It becomes bearable. Yeah, you better get used to it by the third boss. That one is ridiculous.
I had no problems with the parrying system in East 10.
You like platforming. Your opinions are invalid. I don't know. There's one specific thing in gaming, and I'll talk about this. I don't know when, maybe next week, but I'll talk about it eventually. But I've just come to terms that there's the core aspect of gaming that just hits the fucking fury chemicals and gets them flowing. I don't have any patience for it anymore. I did, but I just have none anymore. I don't know what the fuck happened when that flip got switched, but I'm realizing now that flip is profoundly fucking flipped. And I don't think there's any going back. I don't think there's any reacclimating me to this very common mechanic in games, so I don't know what I'm gonna do, but what was the last hunt we did, Greg? What crowns?
Yeah. What was it?
Are there any event quests up?
Ray Dow, I want to say.
Maybe. Wait. Where? King of a faraway sky. So it's just a guardian Rathalos? What's the point of this? Something that lists what rewards it gives you? Windu Cumin. Oh, there it is. Okay. So this gives you a hunter symbol too. I don't think I need any of this stuff. No, none of this looks useful. Amstrigian ticket?
Where you, sounds like gibberish.
A special piece of equipment, so there's an event quest. I do like the idea of coming to this game every once in a while and like getting the new special event gear. But what is this even? Is it just not unlocked? I don't feel like looking everywhere for it, so I'll just assume it unlocks when I do this quest. Now there's an event quest to hunt a Cumatrice, so I think I'll do that. Did I tell you, Jared? Out of nowhere, I can't remember why, but I checked GameFAQs. God, what was I even checking on there? I can't remember now. I checked GameFAQs for some fucking reason, and I had a like DM, which is not a very common thing.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, who wants to talk to you? Am I right?
Well, here you are.
I got problems.
You do got problems. But somebody invited me to like a GameFAQs Discord channel. I'm like, I don't. This is not somebody I've ever talked to before, which probably explains why they invited me to this Discord. I joined it just for the fuck of it. I don't know. I don't have any lingering hard feelings. I think like, if we're talking about who's right and who's wrong and well, nobody won in the whole GameFAQs debacle. Everybody lost. Everybody lost. If you're a content creator, if you write guides, you just kind of lost because GameFAQs shit the bed on all of us.
Yeah, well, they didn't care and or try.
Yeah, so I don't have any beef.
I mean, I gotta be one of. I don't know about you, Jared. You can disagree with me if you want to here. I have to be one of the biggest GameFAQs supporters / defenders.
I don't know why.
Yeah, they didn't care about their people at all. They just didn't want any people. They never wanted any people.
Yeah.
They never wanted to. Once CJC sold the place, and to this day, I'm just gonna say he's a sellout because he once said, and he didn't have to say this, but he once said that he would never sell the site. Right? He didn't have to say that. He said it.
He took everybody else's work and he sold it.
And then he went on to sell the site.
He took everybody else's work and he sold it. That's what he did.
Yes.
Calling him a solid's too fucking nice. He's a fucking scumbag.
Yeah, I think that is inherently not even sellable or like morally right. Like you got to be a piece of shit.
Preventing me from just taking down all your work.
Yeah, you're right.
That's true.
But I also started contributing after he did that. So I went in full well knowing that, hey, this previous guy was a piece of shit.
You know why I never took my shit down off of GameFAQs? Like, I am not a GameFAQs fan, right? I don't like how they manage shit. I mean, again, it's kind of moot because there's no like GameFAQs won or I won. No, GameFAQs is a piece of shit. They failed. They're a shadow of their former selves. They barely. I don't know what they're doing traffic-wise. I'm sure they're still doing fine based on their name value. But nobody makes shit for them anymore the way they used to. Its days of being like the gaming hub are over with.
Yeah, it's clearly alive via name only.
But there were some conflicting views on what GameFAQs was, could, and should be, and yeah, and like my pessimistic predictions and view of what things were going to look like ended up being correct. I know it's hard for people to swallow. I was right. And we all fucking lost because GameFAQs were scumbags and incompetents, and they didn't actually believe in anything that they said or should have believed in. So that's just a fact. You can look back on it. It's not like there's much room for nuance here. Like we can we can see how things played out, right? The Monday morning quarterbacking is perfectly fine on Monday fucking morning. But it's not like I have a grudge, because it is what it is, right? It's just what fucking happened. So I'm fine being on there and seeing what people are saying. I still contribute to, despite getting paid elsewhere at times, I still contribute free guides.
Yeah, well, I don't.
Which is, I know you would think that is insane. Do what you want for your free time. You know what, it's passion. You have enough money. You could pay for your own website and host that shit. And I'm a little perplexed why you don't just do that. Passion, yes, is one thing, but not rewarding fucking cunts. This is another thing, and I feel like people don't take that like that pettiness. They don't take that seriously. People aren't petty enough. But the reason I don't take my shit down off of GameFAQs is because I had a lot of correspondence with people who read my guides back in the day. There are probably still people like that out there. Funny thing is, one of the things I saw posted recently on this Discord channel was somebody talking about like the Select Facts achievement thing that they have, where basically the more upvotes your guides get, it gives you like a little achievement every time you get many of them, right?
They instituted achievements on the site years ago.
Yeah.
But I can't be bothered for any others. Yeah.
Greg is number 2 on this list. Out of everybody who's ever posted anything.
I used to be number 1.
Oh, maybe you are number 1, but you're up there.
No, I used to be.
Okay. The funny thing, to me anyway, this is funny to me, the funny thing is I'm number 5. I haven't put all the people who've ever posted shit on GameFAQs, right? I do not consider myself in the top 10 most prolific GameFAQs authors. Especially since I haven't really posted anything there in 10 fucking years. But, Select Facts, number 5. People apparently like my shit. It's CRPGs. That community's nuts. And I got lucky with the timing on some shit, like the enhanced editions. No one else really did anything for years after they came out, and I was there, like, ready to go at launch. People like my shit. That's cool. I talked to a lot of them. A lot of people who were in the same boat that, ironically, I'm in now. 40-year-olds who's got, don't have time to figure everything out themselves. But they don't want to miss anything. They just want somebody to tell them, pick these perks, go here, do this quest in this order so you don't miss this, find this item here. You'll get all the enjoyment out of the game you could ever fucking want. You'll 100% it. And, you won't end up playing, 10, 15, 20 precious hours going, fuck, I missed that, or I fucked this up, or I want to restart. And
for CRPGs in particular, especially the old school ones you used to write for, those are fantastic FAQ baits, guide baits.
Yeah, and it's just projects. Well, I don't want to take that shit down because people like that shit. I know they'd find the information elsewhere. It's not unique content that I put up there, but I just it feel like I'm being cunty to the wrong people.
Yeah, they aren't the ones that are.
Because
they aren't the ones that are profiting off your work, for example.
I didn't have the internet when I fucking started writing these things. Like, I would go to campus and I would post, even after I graduated, I go to campus because I still had my student fucking account, right? They don't terminate that shit. I probably still have it.
They should.
They should.
Anybody who leaves an institution that had a computer account should have their account terminated.
Why?
Or disabled at the very least.
I'm an alumnus. Why would they?
That's basic security.
Why would they piss on my Cheerios?
Basic security 101.
Okay, IT bro, but so I would go there and I would post my stuff.
God damn it! I just lost another fucking fish. This line snapping on these branches is, god damn it. Why
are you trying
hunting something?
Well, because I had to hunt this. What's it called? Cumatrice. For a thing that I'm not even sure I got because I didn't pay attention. Anyways. So I wasn't into the GameFAQs politics. You'd be surprised to know with my winning non-confrontational personality that I didn't actually pay attention to all the fucking drama. I wasn't on any contributor boards. I wasn't arguing with people about shit. I didn't know CJC sold out. I didn't know who CJC was. Until, by the time I got the internet, very shortly thereafter, I started writing for Gamer Guides. So I was out of the GameFAQs loop before it was, like, personal to me, right? And so, I remember, like, the last major project I did that I put on GameFAQs was The Witcher 3. And I was paying attention to what people were saying. By that time, I was in communication with some people. I was talking, like, because some of them were on Gamer Guides. It was different back then, where you could fucking do both. And you know, my very first day at Gamer Guides, I got into. Did they use Slack all the way back? I think they did. The very first thing I do when I get on Slack, I see somebody gets booted from Slack. I don't know who the fuck they are until hindsight. It turned out to be Crystal, who was arguing with fucking somebody. To the point where they got booted out of Slack chat. Like that was like the first thing that happened when I got on Slack chat. And I'm like, okay, well, there's apparently a lot of drama in this guide writing thing. Who fucking knew? Here I am just doing my shit and posting it semi-anonymously, you know, for years and years. Didn't even know that there's this whole fucking cesspool of fucking prima donna guide authors.
Yeah, well, I mean, writers in general are kind of narcissistic by nature.
I guess. And then, you know, that's when they're,
Jared,
you know...
Jared, am I right? Back me up here.
I don't think... Yeah, Jared's like the exception to that rule. But, you know... That's when I find out that they're arguing over, like, how they're gonna compensate people. I'm like, wait, people get compensated for this shit? Because I'm starting now to get contracts from Gamer Guys. I'm like, well, obviously you should get paid for it. These other people are paying me, and they're not GameFAQs. GameFAQs is big. They gotta have money in this, right? No, they give you like a fucking $60 gift certificate if one of your guides fucking wins FAQ of the month. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and then they stopped doing that. That was too much.
Sorry, we can't do revenue sharing. I mean, it is what it is. So I wasn't in on this drama until the very end of it, and I spoke my mind that no, this shit got sold after I'd been informed what happened. This shit got sold. Some corporation owns it. They're making money. We should be making money. Don't tell me this shit's a fucking hobby when somebody here is getting paid for it. It's not a hobby for all of us. It's not a hobby for any of us. And I still believe that. I still believe that. So. But I guess it's kind of a hobby for everybody now, except for the corporate fucks who own it. So, and I think the only point of owning it is for the domain name, you know?
Yeah, fandom.
Oh, good God.
Did you not know that?
I forgot. That's really bad. No, you should stop fucking supporting them. I changed my mind. There's no amount of passion that should make you want to give fandom any fucking money.
Yeah, you
Make
know.
a lot of money off of fucking GameFAQs.
You know what? I think you'd be surprised. Honestly. Because that domain name has a lot of authority. And that's just kind of what Google is now. Like, if you were a big website 20 years ago, then you still rank for shitty. You know, honestly, it's fandom who's shitting the bed. They could, I know this is going to sound like broken record, we're going back to this shit again. They could pay people to write guides for them and get decent traffic just based off of their domain name. Like, they've got to be right up there with Reddit. Well, not quite up there with Reddit, but they got to be close to that territory just in terms of the amount of traffic they would get just by having properly SEO'd guides with fucking, you know, searchable terms in them. So,
yeah.
You know what? You know why
that GameFAQs name has dropped off a ton.
No, the thing is, it hasn't.
It has.
Not in terms of the search engines. Like, your ability to make gaming ad revenue off of GameFAQs
Yeah, but when
is
you
still
go,
very
you go
high.
search any big game nowadays, there's zero guides, despite the search engine stuff. Now, if they did pay somebody to put up a guide and actually have SEO pages, you're right, it would be fantastic. But there's zero guides now. Zero.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. They don't
people
do
will click
anything
on it and they will not stay. They will immediately leave. There's no point.
Yeah. No, fandom's actually just kind of wasting money with that because they could be like, and it's nothing like GameFAQs doesn't deserve that sort of recognition, that sort of search engine ranking. They just get it because they're old.
Yeah.
But that's what Google does now. That's, you know, I don't know. There's all kinds of bullshit involved. I don't want to get too much deep, but I joined this Discord thing, and you know, it's not like I'm here to pick fights or anything because I just honestly don't care about most of these people. They're ghosts from the past.
There's still some people there that are newer, that are in this purely for passion.
Well, I never had a fight with anybody on GameFAQs.
GameFAQs is purely where people get to see their work the most.
Well, it used to be. That's not the case anymore.
God damn it! How did I lose another fucking fish? I'm not good at this Whopper thing, apparently.
Well, one, I don't think they actually escape when they get near branches. It's just rocks that you have to watch out for. Branches, I don't think actually count.
Well, this one, I don't know why.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to do this hunt again? I just want the 3 tickets to do the thing. Like, I think the only game factor I argued with was Crystal, right? Because she's the one who was like, "No, it's supposed to be," because you know she was fucking simping for the site because she was their community manager or whatever at the time. Like, could you make a worse fucking pick, for fuck's sake? Oh, Jesus. But, you know, even then it was like, I didn't have a protractor. Like, okay, bitch, we'll see how this fucking goes then. You have fun with your hobby. I'll go make some money.
Yeah, and then, she didn't last long, and then also went to go make some money.
Yeah, so, yeah. Well, we'll see who sticks by their guns.
Because, that's who introduced me to Gamer Guts.
That is funny. And then she got blocked. I still don't know why she got blocked. She was arguing with somebody. I have no fucking clue why. But I don't fucking... It's drama that before me and didn't involve me, and I'm glad it doesn't, because there's a million things that have drama about. Writing fucking guides is not one of them that's worth having. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. We'll see how long until they kick me off that server.
Yeah, amazed you got any invites at all. Notoriously difficult to get along with. That's what I always tell everybody.
You know what I'm guessing? I'm guessing they were just looking at that select facts thing. They're going, this guy's number 5. He's pretty high up there. Maybe we should send him an invite. So that's all I can guess. That's all I can guess. Because I can't remember the last time I posted on GameFAQs. Anything. I'm sure there's a way to check, but I'm too busy trying to lazily kill a Cumetry, so I don't feel like I should have to block him at this point. I say as I block its attack. No, still trying to peck at me. That was dumb.
I feel like I should have this fishing trophy already.
Oh, that was dumb.
With how much,
Are you actually catching any of them?
Yeah, I've caught like 2.
Well, okay, that's today. Out of 20. Okay, I was gonna say.
Out of 30.
Yeah. It takes a bit. It takes a bit.
Oh my goodness. I hit R2 as a big one popped up and looked at my bait like I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I took that tail right off you.
Why, I'm a dummy.
At least it's low stakes, right?
This trophy thing is high stakes. I don't know what you're talking about.
I feel good about platting this game. I do. Probably the easiest Monster Hunter game to plat, but I'll take it. Well, how many of them can you even plat? Just World, Rise, and Wilds?
World, you mean?
Yeah, didn't I say World, Rise, and Wilds? Or the 3 you should be able to plat. This is probably the easiest by far. Just because they're less cunty about the crowns. Guys, I just love bonking things with my fucking charge blade. Like, it's really that simple. It brings me joy to hit monsters with a big axe. And I feel like we lose sight of how fun it is to hit monsters with big axes in video games these days. Alrighty. So let me go look over Gamatsu and see if there's any news we missed, because I didn't see anything. I didn't, you know, I don't know. I've kind of been out of it this fucking week, but if there's something big that popped up, I'm sure I would have heard about it. I mean, there's stuff that's happened, but some of it's under NDA.
PS5 got a price increase in some territories.
Am I reading that right? Like the European and UK physical version didn't get a price increase, but the digital did?
I think so.
Well, then why is anyone bitching? The only version worth buying is still the same price. Don't be a fucking retard and actually buy a fucking console with a disc drive. Not that fucking hard.
But the disc drive got a price decrease in those territories.
Well, there you go. Net positive. If you're not an idiot.
Yeah, that sounds great to me.
Yeah, like in Europe, the disc drive was 120 euros, and now it's going to be 80 euros.
Oh, you're talking about the individual.
Yeah, standalone.
You're not talking about the console with the disc drive.
The console with the disc drive stayed the same price. The digital one got more expensive. In like New Zealand and Australia, I think it got higher.
It makes you wonder why one would get lower while the other one gets higher. That's a little weird to me.
Okay, so now I have enough to build this, or craft this item. I mean, it always sucks when things go up in price. People are blaming tariffs, but wouldn't that only go up if there was, like, a tariff between, like, Australia and Vietnam or Korea or China or wherever the fuck these were being made? Like, I don't think those tariffs have changed.
You would think so.
Like, people are trying to blame it on Trump, and I don't see how Trump is increasing the price of goods between two different. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an economics idiot.
Well, I still don't understand the difference between the disk drive one and the non-disk drive one, because minus the disk drive, are they just the same thing? And then if you lower just the standalone disk drive, it makes it seem even sillier.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. What is this thing? What's this, a bird that sits on your head? Capcom, this is not a helmet.
It sure is.
It is a bird that sits on your fucking helmet.
It's like the pickguard accessory that's always in every single East game ever.
Yeah. So have you beaten every East game? Are you back on the...
With this one, I've beaten every American East game, yes.
Wait, what East games didn't come to America?
East 5 has not come out.
Really?
To US.
I'm surprised you haven't like played a fan translation or anything.
I have not.
I gotta get to East 10 at some point, but I'm... Oops, dropped my controller. I'm in no real rush.
It feels good. The combat feels very similar to 8 and 9. I like the party system more than just these two people.
Yeah.
The pairing took me some getting used to, but it's fine. It functions fine, I guess. The story was pretty good. Bunch of people you don't care about will join you. You'll do quests for all of them. They have the affinity ranks. The ship combat, the ship stuff is slow in the beginning. It gets way better as you get into the mid game. That's pretty. I mean, they build it up. They have a lot of freaking places to go and explore. That's a decent sized game for sure.
I beat East 9 earlier in the year, and I feel like I've gotten the East itch scratched, so I don't really.
It'll come back eventually.
It will. That's for sure. But I'm not in any rush to play East 10 right now.
I wish that they would have. They reference Celceta a ton in this game because this is the game that comes right before Celceta.
Really? Okay.
So like in the beginning of the game, you're on your way there. Like that's your destination.
Wait. Dude gets in a whole adventure on his way to an adventure?
Yes.
Fuck Adel, come on.
Have you met Adel?
This dude, you know what? This dude is still like trying to go down the street to get bread from the fucking local baker. That's what started all this. You still got that piece of fucking bread reserved for him, and everything has just been a side adventure on that. Dude can't fucking wake up and take a piss at night without fucking getting into another adventure.
Some legendary something or other waiting for him, yeah.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say, oh yeah, he's probably going to walk down the street to go to the grocery store and end up on a 30-hour, like 2-week adventure.
Alright, so do you have both Ajarakan crowns? Ajarakan.
That's the fire monkey?
Yeah.
One sec. I don't want mission info. Yeah, I think we hunted. Yeah, I do. We hunted them last week.
Dashaguma. Well, we skipped around a bit, so.
Dashaguma, we got both.
Rathian. Oh, this is up near the top. We probably have all these. Okay. Well, I have 2 different Rathians, so ideally you should have those.
Yep, I got 2 Rathians, yep.
Okay. Gipsaros.
Yep, both of those.
Okay, Nurskyla.
Yeah, that's the spider. Oh my god, where are you? I got only the large.
I'm not sure if this is the large or the mini or...
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
Alrighty. Oh, we're not in a link thing.
No.
Do. Let me see how to do this again. It's been a week, so of course my memory is just gone. I'm getting Alzheimer's or something. Like I'm not here for much longer. Enjoy it while you can, because this is.
You better get that Persona done.
What? The who? There we go. There's the evergreen excuse I can use.
I used to play Persona back in my heyday.
When I was 37.
I remember it being great fun.
Persona 3 Reload demo now available. Hey, now you can play Persona 3 even if you don't want to buy it. I still think that game was over maligned. I think that was a really good remake. People need to stop picking on it. Whenever you want to join, Greg.
Oh, I saw you invite me to a link thing, and I joined it.
Yeah, you still got to join the quest.
I didn't see you do a quest.
Well, I had already started it before I sent the invite.
Oh.
So I have to just join it manually. Right, Xbox Game Showcase 2025, followed by the Outer Worlds 2 Direct, set for June 8th. I'm not a big fan of Xbox in general. We've been getting teased an Oblivion remake for a while now. And it's been all smoke and no fire. But it's just, any day now we could get an Oblivion remake. Alright, okay. I'll believe it when I see it. Hopefully it's multi-plat, so I don't have to break out my Xbox to play it. I'm not sure I care enough to replay it again on Xbox. But I do care enough to replay it again on PlayStation 5. But I do care about the Outer Worlds 2. That's already been announced for PlayStation 5. I'm very, very keen on the Outer Worlds 2.
Oh, so, yeah. Outer Worlds is great fun.
We'll see how that goes.
A lot of fun options that they let you do in the Outer Worlds, and there's usually at least, well, I want to say at least 3 ways, but there's usually at least 2 ways to finish off any quest. Sometimes 3. You get the occasional quest where you have more than 2 options.
Nah, I think this is the giant crowner. Oops, already poisoned.
Yeah, it looks kind of big.
What put it to sleep?
That's weird.
How's it going, Rebecca? Yeah, she didn't do any Somnium files before today.
Oh, can we talk about Chapter 3 at least?
No, we're doing Chapter 3.
I need to send Howard that email still.
She's playing through it right now. She didn't do any all week, and then she came into my room on Sunday morning, and she's like, "I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna do my taxes, and then I'm gonna catch up on that Sonian thing." And I'm like, okay. I don't know why I made Rebecca sound like Paul Heyman. She's complaining about it from the bathroom. But yeah, I will probably watch this. Like, I don't tend to watch that many game shows anymore. They usually just make me mad because they're full of fluff and shit I don't care about. So I prefer to watch recaps afterwards so I can just fast forward through. Like, oh, they're showing Call of Duty. Fucking skip. You know, I don't got time for that shit. But I will sit there and watch an in-depth developer commentary on the Outer Worlds 2. I will do that for sure. Rebecca? Huh? We're just talking. We're shooting the shit. There's not a whole lot of news. You got a little bit more, but only like a couple of minutes, so just play and you'll be there. We'll be there pretty soon. She just got done with the Iris sync, so she should be done with day 3 pretty soon. Because I don't remember too much after that. I think they just go to the diner, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's one of the most surprising moments.
Oh my god, we'll talk about that. I don't want to segue to it yet, but I'm tempted to buy...
You should start writing up chapter 4 in my text style.
Oh yeah, I got my Dropbox working on this computer. It was surprisingly easy. I don't know why I hadn't done it.
Is that another?
Yep. It looks just as big as the other one.
They close to death? No.
It sucks I don't bring poop pods with me. I should. I know I should. I just don't want to.
Oh, I have one. I don't know how much I care about it, though. Oh, fine. I'll do it.
Hey, get the fuck out of here. He's running away and he's not even that hurt? I don't know. I think we've done more damage to him.
No?
No, he's not glowing like he is, which is weird because I swear we've done enough damage to him. What pod is this? Oh, I don't even know what it is. Let me go in. One of the only bits of news I posted is in response to the Nintendo Switch controversy, and I just say that as an umbrella term because there's actually a few of them, and I don't think the pricing shit is as egregious as the game key cart shit. Like, that's way worse in my opinion. But who said this? Was this Bowser who said this? Just gonna click the link and make sure it was Bowser so I can attribute this appropriately, because this is really bad. Oh, there he is. He's captured. Okay, yeah, this was Bowser. Oh, thought I had a sneeze there. Bowser, who spoke with the CBC prior to the U.S. pre-order pause, noted that the previous generation of Switch devices will still be supported, including with a selection of new games coming out this year. Okay. Tell me if this sounds familiar to you,
always
Greg.
new. It's not... They're always going to have new Switch games even after Switch 2 comes out because stuff's in development.
Tell me if this sounds...
Not crazy.
Tell me if this sounds familiar to you. We recognize that there are some people that may not be able to afford the Switch 2's price point. That's why we wanted to make the other Switch platforms available, so people still have the opportunity to come to our gaming universe, be a part of these characters in these worlds, and see value, if you will, in whatever rung of the platform they come in.
I heard from the others.
We have an Xbox. It's called the Xbox One.
They pulled a fucking Mattrick here, which... I don't know. It seems like you would, even if that's like your sentiment, you would just want to avoid saying it because that didn't play well.
Just say that this is the beginning of a new console launch. There have been games in production for the Switch that you're going to see, and that Switch players are still going to have new adventures to go on without having to buy a Switch. It's not hard.
I don't know. I think I'd even be more corpo realistic. I'd be like, due to the market conditions, these are the prices that that it costs us to manufacture this console at a at a reasonable rate. I mean,
Yeah, or that, like people don't know Trump is out here playing, playing with the fucking stock market.
I mean, or just say, yeah, well, your fucking idiot president fucking tariffed our fucking supplier. What do you want us to fucking do? Do you think that we pay those tariffs? No, we're not paying those tariffs. We're a business. We're here to make fucking money. Don't like it, don't buy it. But you know what? That's the price, because your fucking goon of a president put fucking, 43% tariffs on Vietnam. Tough shit.
Yeah, you could say all of that.
That was not... If you take away the tariffs, the price is lower. Maybe that's a nicer way of saying it. Do you have Kangala crowns?
Kangala. That's
Kangala. The pink monkey, yeah.
Pink monkey. I got largest one.
Oh, I don't know what this is.
That's okay. You never know what it is.
Okay, well, yeah, it's kind of impossible to tell until you're there. Hi,
Crazy
Rebecca.
That they can't just find a way to tell you that, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it seems like they should.
They absolutely could.
Well, then this would be super easy, right?
Yeah, we don't want that. God forbid.
It's not like you still have to go out and hunt the monster or anything. Yeah, I'm just looking through the news here on Gematsu. It's just like... Not a lot. There's a lot of indie games that are kind of eh.
Do you have everything?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Fucking finally. Jesus Christ. Fucking
Howdy.
shit. Hi.
Have you gotten through chapter 3?
Yeah, I just hit to 4.
Yay! What'd you think of that ending to chapter 3?
That little shit.
Yeah.
Zapping you?
Yeah. I did not see that coming. I did not think he had it in him.
As soon as he told me to look at the door, I was like, this motherfucker.
No, he asked you to look at the picture. The picture.
No, he said there's somebody behind you on
What?
the other side of the door.
He didn't say that to me. Really? He didn't say that to me. He said, look at that picture over there. The picture of him and his parents.
He made a really scared look on his... Wait,
No,
where were
that's-
you?
I was in the diner.
You weren't at Marble?
What's Marble?
No.
You've never been to Marble?
No,
I was at Marble, but that didn't happen at Marble. It happened at the diner.
Yeah, I was at the diner.
Not for me.
Are you on a different route?
At Marble?
I'm on an absolutely different route.
She's on
I
a
was at
different
Marble.
route.
Oh,
I
interesting.
was at Marble. He told me he said, who's that standing
So wait,
outside the door?
what the fuck is
behind
Marble?
you? Marble
You learn about
it's
Marble
a bar.
on-
You never met Mama?
Oh, okay. No, okay. I just didn't know what the bar was called.
Yeah, the bar's called Marble.
Okay.
Oh. Mama's Marble, I guess.
You know what? But yeah, we were going
Pretty
to
sure
that
that's
bar.
a dude.
We were going to that bar, and not according to the bio, but we were going to that bar, and they were talking about Mama, and I'm like,
Check your field.
just sitting there conjuring the Persona 5, that fat chick from the Persona 5 bar, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, this is exactly what this is going to look like. And I get there, and I'm like, yeah, this is just a
that's
thing.
exactly what I thought of when they said her name, too.
You gonna join, Greg? Come on!
Yeah, 1 second.
Stop
Preparing.
catching your fish.
It's on the hook, though.
Well, it's gonna get away anyways.
Are you saying
Okay.
Greg sucks at fishing?
In this game, apparently.
I got all the fish in East 10. I beat East 10 today.
He is
Oh,
accomplished.
yeah? Well, I got all the fish in Stardew Valley.
That was years ago.
Yeah, I still did it. I
That
did it
does take
easier
some
than you did.
dedication.
That was that. Yeah, actually, that was not
I beat
super easy.
the arcade game in one life without getting hit.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Oh, you know what trophy I got today?
What trophy you got today?
Goat, Flappy Goat.
Oh. You're
Remember
insane.
that? Remember
Yes.
that one?
Yes, I remember.
Dude, that is the most bullshit trophy. 3.3% of people have gotten that trophy, apparently.
I'm happy to
And I
say
can
that
see why.
I'm not going to try.
It is utter bullshit.
Oh, on Code Simulator?
Yeah.
So
Why
wait,
did
how?
you suddenly go back to that?
So how did you
I mean-
how did you do that Mizuki sync?
You must have done it different than us.
Yeah,
She
'cause that,
must have done the. Did you do the balloon thing at Mizuki Sync? Is that what you did?
Balloon.
When you
I
got
don't
to the
remember her
cage.
sync, to be honest.
When you got to the cage where you could either lift the cage up or use the balloons.
oh, I didn't even see the balloons. So I definitely
don't
lifted the cage
remember.
up.
I know I got the cage up somehow. Oh, maybe I did use... I don't know. Don't know.
Okay, because when I did that part, but you still did the Yakuza minigame.
Yeah.
All right, well I'll read because apparently Greg and I are on the red route, and you must be on the blue route. And there's a little line in the thing that connects them, and that color determines what's what. Oh right, Jared, we're gonna do the VN stuff. So I mean, if you don't want spoilers, this is the duck out time. Because I don't want to spoil it for you. This game's actually all right.
Beat you, Yankees.
Why are you killing Yangus?
Why not?
He came and snuggled me. He was sitting sleeping next to my feet just before the podcast.
He's
This guy
laying
looks
against my
small.
side right
Or
now.
that may be me just being wishful.
Might be wishful thinking. So, all right. Renju was found dead in his maid cafe, hanging from a meat hook from the mouth. His left eye was removed. Clear
No, it's
case of this
big.
murder.
God damn it.
What's that?
I
Oh,
just checked
you
it.
look-
It's big.
I
Well, I
figured
think-
he'd be dead when they said we were going to that cafe.
I think Arkveld is next.
Why do you smell like pee?
Me?
No, Yangus.
Probably because
There's a good reason.
he hasn't been given a bath in months.
He's been wiped down and brushed. And
How often do you give your dog a bath, Greg?
Oh, once every couple months at most. It's not very often thing.
How often does your dog roll in stuff?
Not very often.
Well, those two things go together.
Our
Yangus
corgis like to
rolled on
roll
the-
in things.
Yangus rolled today, but he didn't smell when he came in. Maybe it's because I blew my nose and now I can smell him.
So poor Mizuki got to see both her parents murdered in
Like a week.
not a week,
didn't
like
get-
30,
she didn't
36
watch them
hours.
Get
No,
murdered.
it's like-
she saw
well,
their dead bodies. Let's
yeah.
be clear on that.
Okay, yeah, they're dead body, they're mutilated corpses.
She didn't watch
still,
the mutilation.
Still one of the worst
happening.
things a kid can go through.
Rebecca wants us to know that she doesn't have it that bad.
Yeah, exactly. That's why she gets over it so fast. She's
Or
like,
maybe-
I guess I'm getting used to it. It's like, you didn't like your parents anyway, because they dumped you off on Date, who you call a pervert all the time, and his own AI thing in his head.
Everyone calls him a pervert. It's like, well, no.
Well, he is
we're-
kind of a pervert.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
The only one who doesn't call him a pervert is his boss, because she's worse.
Boobs are sitting behind the counter.
Boobs. Boobs. Yeah, you go back there in chapter 3 and it's like, boobs.
Yeah,
After the sink.
if you didn't catch it in chapter 2, chapter 3 really lays it on.
Oh no, I did it every time that I saw her. After the iris thing, sync. If you click on the you can barely make him look at it, but if you click on that table that's just below the CRTV monitors, if you click on that table, the boss says, "That's where Date and I consummated our love for the first time, and many
What?
times after."
I am 100% certain I didn't see that.
Yeah,
You didn't click that, apparently.
I feel like I've clicked everything, and I have not
Yeah.
seen that. You are
There's
on a
not
different
much
path.
of the table available to click on.
Wait, what
So
table?
it's like in the bottom, like, okay, when you're facing the door out, right?
You're talking
You
about
turn
in
as far
what
to
room-
the
what
left
room
as
are you in?
can. The room after the sink, where you guys are all standing there in this
Oh,
little
the
monitors.
control room.
No, we didn't do that.
Yeah.
We didn't do that on our route. We didn't go to
No,
that
there's
room.
There's a control room on our route for sure.
But we didn't go there after the Iris investigation or the
You didn't go
Iris
there?
sink. No, we were in the sink room with Iris, not the control room, and then we went from there to Oda's mom's diner.
So you
Yeah.
guys didn't even, like, talk to the boss and stuff?
No, not really.
Computer?
No. Okay, we'll talk this, and then Rebecca
Well,
can.
that would be why you didn't see the little thing where
Agreed.
boss said
Because
that.
Greg and I are on one route, Rebecca's on another, which means Rebecca's contributions are going to be a lot more interesting going forward.
Why?
Yeah,
Am I
but
in, like,
you,
the really
you can
fucked up route?
rewind.
I don't
you can
know.
rewind at any time.
I don't
and go
know.
Explore the other route.
I don't know the difference
Well,
between
I
the
had
routes.
to redo the Iris sync because I tried to check out everything that popped up, and
No, that's just
apparently
how-
if you do that,
That's just how it
you
works.
use
Yeah.
up too much time.
Yeah, I fucked around with the gun early, and then I fucked around with the mirror, and then that wasted all my time, so I reloaded. That's just
Yeah.
how that works. That's not a. That's
And I
not
was like, okay, I know what's relevant, so I'm gonna do those things, and not do all the other things. And that made me have, like, a whole, like, minute and a half left, I think.
They're dubbing the suspected murderer the new Cyclops killer. Dante calls him a serial killer, but there's only 2 victims, so he's
That
not a
we know
serial
of.
killer.
He needs a third one to reach serial killer.
Yeah, but then they tell you about the old Cyclops killer.
I'm speculating, was Dante a target of the old Cyclops killer from 6 years ago? Might be how he lost his eye.
He's got to be. Like,
That's what I was thinking.
If everybody around Dante is being targeted, it might be personal. Those are just some of my own musings.
Well, they haven't made any connection between him and the first victims, though, but they did say, all of them were girls, so they're like...
All of them were
The
girls,
OG
so him being
Cyclops
one of the
killer-
victims would be out of... Like, that would be out of sync.
The OG Cyclops killer murdered 4 women, dumped their bodies in the mountains of Akikawa Valley. All victims were young women who had their right eye removed posthumously.
Yeah, instead of their left.
Boss and Pewter...
Does Dante have his left missing?
No. I thought he had his right.
He has his left eye.
Oh, maybe it is his left.
That's
Boss
why
and-
Pewter makes the joke that you lost your left eye, so you're gouging out these new people's lives.
Boss and Pewter seem convinced the 2 serial killers aren't the same person. It's a national secret, which is what they said when you asked.
And how this is a national secret, we have no idea. But that's why she refuses to tell us anymore.
Because the government took it over.
After that, you have another ride-along with Mizuki. She's a pain in the ass as always. At Renju's Maid Cafe. That's the second place you go to. It's nautical themed, and I don't know, it just kind of looks shitty to me. Like, I'm not a connoisseur of maid cafes. I live in a country that...
Yeah, I was like, that doesn't even look like a normal maid cafe.
I live in a country that nominally looks down on that sort of thing. Like, we've got our choir boys.
We have computers.
Yeah,
it looks like it could easily be a Long John Silver's.
No, like, that's a little too dumpy for a Long John Silver's. Like, I don't know. I've seen...
Okay, Captain D's then.
There you go. I've seen various maid cafes in other video games, and they don't tend to look like that.
They almost always have booths so you can have privacy, and that just has, like, straight-up tables in the middle of the room, so you have no privacy.
Yeah. I know it's supposed to look like a ship, but I don't know. Something about getting on a, 16th century sailing vessel doesn't make me go, I'ma fuck some fucking maids. I don't know. That's just not the decor
get
that
some scallywags or something.
Maybe get some scurvy. Arkveld, Greg, you got them?
Oh, the Arkveld. Give me 1 second. I will check.
Put that fishing pole down.
No, I just hooked one. I got it this time.
So there's a lot of stuff with the elevator and the weight and stuff. I don't know how deep I want to go into that, but
Donnie's like, it is possible she could have killed him.
Renju was
like,
I have no Arkveld.
Okay, well I've got 2 different ones, so we can do those.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
Renju weighed about 160 pounds. He was hung from his mouth via a meat hook, suspended off of a line that was attached to three different kegs that each weighed 55 pounds. So it was, just enough to outweigh him, I guess.
Yeah.
And then, the only real lead we have, he was killed around 8 p.m., I think it said. And the elevator was only used once that night. Yeah. 8:55, yeah. And because I think we found him at 10:30 or something.
Yeah.
And there was 310 pounds of weight on the elevator the last time it was used. So, and all the security cameras were off.
And they found this barrel that they thought that he was put into to be rolled.
Watch.
I'm not good at this whole investigation type stuff, so I didn't even think his body would have been in the barrel at any point. I don't know why.
Oh, when they found the watch in it, I was like, yeah, that body was in that barrel.
I just thought somebody hid the watch for some reason.
Yeah, well, they don't want to be seen with a freaking dead body.
Yeah.
You know what?
Because once again, he was killed elsewhere. It's easier to move a dead
body if you're just rolling it.
Still, Iris made a good point later.
He was killed elsewhere.
Iris made a good point during your investigation that, her rolling around a giant fucking barrel is going to be conspicuous too. So that's probably why I didn't really think of it too much.
Probably get you called. Probably get the police called way less sooner.
Well, that's why he said you just drove up to the thing and just rolled it into the elevator. And she's like, I don't have a driver's license. He's like, that doesn't mean you can't drive.
You can't drive.
Right, yeah. Driver's license is okay. If you're murdering somebody, something tells me you aren't really concerned that much by the legality of driving without a license.
Yeah, the biggest Arkfeld, huh? Here we go.
Get him, Greg. I believe in you.
Of course.
Without
she would have had to have brought the barrel to wherever she murdered him at so that she'd be able to move his body into the car. So that would have had to...
Anyways, the whole elevator thing with the weight, that's
that makes her look
they added up his body weight and they added up the barrel's weight. And then what's left over is about Iris's weight. But again, he points out there's probably a lot of people that weigh the same as Iris. So
I found that funny when they said that because I was just like,
one scene with him.
I was just like, not in America. There's not.
Yeah. This is, you can tell that this game wasn't set in America just by that comment.
Her whole defense is like, but I'm a teen girl. Yeah.
To be fair, that's a pretty good defense.
I've met teen girls. They're just a little bit away from stabbing somebody to death.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, no, actually, that's actually funny because when I work, I tend to listen to just whatever shit the YouTube algorithm feeds me, and one of the things it fed me was some true crime channel where they just talk about fucking cases and shit. And there's this one chick, this OnlyFans model that murdered her former college football quarterback boyfriend, and she just would get in fits of rage and would casually throw shit at him and stab him and no, this is exactly what a teen girl would do. Is she just go fucking nuts one time and stab him in the chest and then realize, oh hey, knives to the chest can kill people. So it wouldn't be I'm gonna premeditate this and I'm gonna fucking bring a barrel along and I'm gonna kill him somewhere else after drugging him and then strangling him with a ligature, a piece of cloth, whatever.
What about that teen girl who plotted her parents' death and got her boyfriend to fucking play along? They did a pretty good job of covering that shit up, but they were too dumb and I think they got caught because they recorded a video of it or something.
Well, I will have more commentary on that when we talk about Chapter 4, but
Wait, you've done Chapter 4 already?
I've started it.
I started it, but I've got 10 minutes in it. It's nothing.
All I did was have him wake up.
I'm still
And
at the early part.
And
I'm still at the early part where you're driving around, going to different places, talking to people. I haven't really found too many crazy leads yet. Anyways, let me go click on the next stuff. So, oh, I'm keeping track of the trophies I unlock in case I need to write any of this stuff up. But you can.
Did you tell Greg that you can unlock the boss room trophy in the second time you go there?
Nope, but you just did, so.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I'm pretty sure I missed the little orange.
Yeah, this game has 0 missable trophies, by the way. Thanks to the time flow thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really care if I get all the trophies.
You will when you see Greg and us walking around with our shiny platinums.
No, I still
Yeah, just out walking around. That's what we do.
We can take a screenshot and print it. Stop acting like this is like a crazy thing to do. Jeez.
Yeah.
At the club, what's that fucking club called, anyways?
Something.
Sunfish. I can't remember. It's such a stupid name.
Starts with a C.
How did I not write this down anywhere?
And I just played it, and I don't remember. I knew it was like Sun something, and...
It's such a stupid name. It's a terrible name. Renju was bad at his job, I'm convinced. What the f...
It wasn't particularly good.
There we go. Okay. Can I at least get my weapon out? Go attack Greg. Jesus, you piece of shit. No. Greg, draw his aggro. He's pissing me off. I'm trying to fucking click on shit, not fight him at the same time.
Like that?
Sure, something like that. You get a trophy if you just keep asking the investigator his name repeatedly.
Yeah, that one's good. You can't actually get that the first time you meet him, which is like early in the game.
Yeah.
While you're investigating Shoko, but when you're investigating Renju, you can get that trophy. And then, I think one of the best parts about it is that he seems generally upset at the end of it, but when Mizuki starts talking to you about remembering his name, he gets offended that she's disrupting your game with each other.
Your banter. If you look at his bio, it says that he is unusually attractive under his mask. I'm not sure why that has to be in there, but...
I never looked at any of the bios for anybody.
I'm just saying, Date's got a side shot at this, so...
Oh, earlier I was going to say, when we were mentioning that all the murder victims of the first one are females, I was like... You know, Date could accidentally pass for a female.
You know, there's a part of me that thinks the reason that it's a secret is because... Alright, and the reason that it's a government, like, cover-up or secret is because it was Date.
Yeah, that's what I think, too. Like, he's just...
And
they
he
just
just
were
can't,
like,
he
oh,
just
this
can't remember
one-eyed
it.
man with amnesia, he's, like, perfect for this new program where we shove an AI in his head.
Yeah, or syncing with people. Like, it turns out he can sync with people. And he doesn't remember being this bad person, or something like that. I don't know. I can kind of see that, but I can also see the victimhood, too.
Yeah.
So it could really go either way.
Either he was mistaken for a woman, and the killer was so taken aback that he didn't finish the job.
I think it's Iris's mom. Something wrong with that bitch.
What?
She has no alibi. No alibi.
Tell you what, voluntarily being a school teacher, something wrong with you.
I don't think she's Iris's mom.
Yeah, she looks like her mom.
I
she
think.
I think she
no.
kidnapped Iris.
I think she is Iris's mom, and I think the dad is that politician dude.
So?
And Iris's mom is going off and killing people that are connected to that politician and his crimes. That's my hypothesis.
We all have
that
hypotheses.
Seems like a stretch.
Yeah, well, of course it's a stretch. It's chapter fucking or day 4. And I'm not good at these games, so I'll probably change my mind. So that's my working theory. Especially that made a little more sense until the start of day 4. It makes a little less sense now. So
Yeah. If Hitomi is the killer, I don't think it has anything to do with So. I don't think So is.
I think the reason I say this is I think they're building up So as like the obvious bad guy for a reason, and he is a bad guy, but I think he's just your garden variety crook.
I think he's a red herring.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, red herring, but he's attached to it, but not personally.
Involved with other things.
Yeah, he's involved with all the crimes.
Like tell me there's no way he didn't poison that area, because he owned a shit ton of land there. I mean, so follow me on this.
He poisoned it, but he definitely knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Or he arranged for it to be poisoned.
Yeah.
Because he owned a shit ton of land there, sold it, and then bought it back at like 1/10 of the value or something like that.
Of the value.
Yeah, and like an insane money-making scheme.
Yeah.
All right, so
he's definitely a bad guy.
But I don't think he's the bad guy here.
The fact that Date's life was saved by Aiba saying, "Look at your feet, a nudie magazine."
Yeah, I brought that up to Rebecca.
That was good. That was good.
I mean, you can't argue about being a pervert.
And then she's like, I noticed that your reaction times are 3.6 seconds faster if you're excited.
It mentions
and
Date.
He's like, we'll talk about that later.
It mentions that in Date's bio too, by the way.
That his reaction time is 3.6 times faster if
yeah.
he's excited.
So some other pieces of this murder. Renjo was doped with benzos before being killed. His neck had ligature marks on it. I saw that before they even mentioned it. And I was like, oh, looks like he's got fucking marks on his neck. Oh my god, I'm so fucking sick of this thing. I'm not hunting the other one. I don't care. You can go find one on your own.
Come on, buddy.
No, I hate fighting this stupid fucking thing.
Come on, buddy.
This thing's just annoying as shit.
I understand.
Get out of the fucking... I hate these fucking goddamn ledges. They only really fuck with you. They never fuck with the monsters.
The small one will be easier for whatever it's worth. We are doing the hardest one first.
No, size doesn't matter.
What? You are insane.
This is not a porn shoot.
Size absolutely matters.
Oh my god, get back here!
Oh my god, throw a tantrum, DSP.
Yeah, quit trying to act like those guys, Nathan.
I'm not.
You're better
This thing's
than
just
that.
fucking annoying. Oh, I fought you for 2 seconds and then fucking flew away. Ooh. Not complaining about rollback netcode. Fucking talking about a stupid goddamn fucking monster that wastes your fucking time.
That's the whole purpose of the fucking game is
No.
Hunt.
Yes.
Hunt.
No.
I gotta agree with.
No, it's not a fucking hunt if the thing is on a lead for 10 seconds and flies off for no reason. He doesn't have a skull.
It doesn't want to die.
He's not going back to his lair. He just flew off for no fucking reason.
Oh, hey, shoot the... Yeah. You got it.
I think this fucking thing is annoying.
You should use the hunter horn. We would have been done by now with, people who knew what they're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So use the horn.
Other people came that knew what they were doing.
Oh, the SOS.
player or something.
Yeah.
That's why you got confused, Greg, because it's the old term for it.
No, it's never been called that. Hunter horn is a weapon.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then fuck you, Greg.
No, not
I'm
my
starting
fucking...
When I say SOS, he should know what I mean.
You said hunter
You
horn.
said hunter horn. I said SOS, and you said hunter horn.
Oh,
My
well.
food wore out.
You should know what I mean regardless.
Bullshit
I knew
distraction
what
in
you
this
meant.
fucking game.
I actually knew what you meant.
Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
Well, that's why I was able to say.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to this stupid fucking monster. I won't fucking die.
Okay, yeah, because it's gonna be able to respond to you and hear you. I have 3 dogs here, and none of them are within range. Which house? There's-
Oh my god. I'm not fighting another one of these things. It's not happening. City's annoying me too much. Go fuck itself.
Did you use the SOS thing yet?
No!
Can you use an SOS and it still work, or does it have to be him?
I think it has to be whoever starts the...
We shouldn't be taking this long. We've been hitting it fucking plenty. It should be fucking dead by now. Being a scabrous cunt for no fucking reason. Fucking thing never even took this long solo. Piece of shit little bitch.
Alright, we can trap it.
Cunt. Had to hit it with one more SAD before it died. Piece of shit.
Just out of malice.
Yes. Hate that stupid fucking thing. Renju was murdered at 8, found at... I wrote 10:20 here.
It might have been 10:20.
Sedated and strangled with a cloth, moved to the club, 310 pounds on the elevator, blah, blah, blah. We
He
mentioned
even
that.
Like
goes
a
through.
fish.
He even goes through how Iris could have hung him up.
Well, that's later.
'Cause moving all that weight by herself hard. Moving 55-pound things one at a time easy.
And then after this, you get your first choice of locations you can visit. You can visit Matsushita Diner, Lemniscate, and the Golden Yokocho?
Yeah.
That's the name of the bar. Why are you calling it Marble?
That is the name of the district. The name of the bar is Marble.
They call it marble in the thing quite a bit.
Okay, I've only ever seen it referred to as...
I like the name Marble better. For
Well, yeah,
whatever
'cause
that's
it's-
worth.
Not some fruity Japanese name.
The district is Golden Yokochoba or whatever.
Well, that's what it said when you travel there.
Yeah, because you're traveling to the district.
Wait. Oh, I've got another Kangagala. Kangala, whatever. We'll do that. It's got a small crowd.
Yay!
Matsushita Diner was a waste of time. Oda wasn't there. Lemniscate was a bust too, but you could talk to the boob secretary. And then, of
You're
course...
laying some groundwork there, actually.
Well, apparently
No,
there's a
you
trophy
are.
for asking her on a date.
Yeah, I think I got that trophy.
And then she tells you she's a lizard person.
Yeah.
Yeah, she sure does. Out of nowhere too. Like what? And then she's like, "Is this going to be a problem?"
Problem if I'm a reptilian?
It's like, okay, I can see how you're like 36 years old and single.
Is that going to be a problem? No, we'll work it out. Don't worry about it.
Well, something tells me Date's not exactly beating them off with a stick himself, so... Put all this shit away. Oh, no, I don't want to put those away. Let me unput those away. There we go. Yeah, and then you go to this Persona 5 diner, which I don't know. Is this like a thing in Japanese culture or something where like
It must be. We've seen it time and time again.
you just have like an androgynous thing running a bar. The only fat
thing?
person in all of Japan.
Oh, you're canceled.
Well, whatever. Good.
Old Nathan calling people things for some reason, but only if they're, a fat woman.
Well, fat, quote-unquote
Everyone,
woman.
cancel Nathan.
Indeterminate gender.
I asked her out and didn't get the trophy.
Greg's probably just lying. Don't listen to him.
I'm looking at my trophies.
Oh, now she
It's
cares
in the-
about trophies.
It's in the trophy list. How am I lying?
I'm just surprised.
That doesn't mean you
it's not-
actually unlocked it. Alright. So you talk to this mama figure about... Well, I think the only real interesting thing that came out of this was her commenting on the watch.
Yeah, that watch has some history behind it, apparently.
According to Mama, Renju had connections to the Kumakura gang. We didn't know at this time that Shoko also had connections to them, but we would later find out that she did. The watch we found at Sunfish Pocket. Sunfish Pocket. Name of that
Horrible
fucking
name.
maid cafe. Like, it sounds dirty, but not even like in an elegant or clever way. It's just... I don't know. I wouldn't want to stick anything in a Sunfish Pocket. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I'd do it once.
Do it once to find out, right?
Yeah.
How's Lisa, by the way? She all right?
She's had it done once.
Oh, Jesus.
Fucking gross.
Not with that many fucking dependents on your tax form, she didn't.
Yeah. What a shame.
And at least twice.
Well, this
That
one
a
really is
hidden
small.
trophy that you shouldn't look at.
There's a couple of them you should look at. Well, which
I'm
trophy
trying
are,
to find this
which
one
trophy
that-
are you talking about?
I'm not gonna say it.
And I've probably already seen it.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's
You
a bunch of them
have
for
to-
shootouts.
What do they mean by no mistakes? You confronted Iris with no mistakes.
Oh, when you're
Oh,
presenting
you
the evidence.
interrogator. Yeah,
Did
did
you
you
not-
not
I was trying to
interrogate
look
her?
at all the shit.
Oh, well, you can look at it, you just can't put it in the middle there.
Oh, I must have hit square by
Yeah,
accident.
you can't. As long as you don't put it in the selection box, it's fine.
Well, apparently I
But
did.
it's fine. It's real easy to go back and get that trophy.
Yeah. Oh, bonked him on the head. Date ditches Mizuki at the bar to go confront the Kamakura Yakuza. This seems like a really fucking stupid idea.
No, yeah, it was, but he kind of owned it.
Well, yeah,
He did a really good job, but if Iba wasn't there, he would have been dead probably.
you can say that a couple times in this game, I'm guessing.
Yeah. But he made the right call at the very least to leave her behind.
Well,
Especially if you're going to go be that dumb.
so, turns out Date's a fucking ninja. When he wants to be. Which I don't want to fight the stupid Rathian. Or Rathalos, whatever it is. Cause he's able to just like no diff two fucking Yakuza goons. And then
Yeah, when he wants to be.
yeah, he
If you
starts
don't
to
fuck it up,
Yeah, if they didn't have guns,
No,
he
even
would have
at the
been
beginning,
absolutely.
he beats them up without any trouble before they even get their guns out. And then he starts questioning their leader and x-rays the wall, and that's when they... Oh, my TV went out. There we go.
Yeah, that's when they decide he needs to die.
there's not one for asking out the secretary at Lemniscape.
Yeah, there is.
There's 2 secretary trophies, and they're at different locations than that.
Trap set.
Asked out the receptionist at Atami,
I don't know what that is, but that sounds racist.
and I don't
Says
know.
the guy who called Mama a thing.
Okay, she's a
Congressman's
fucking thing.
secretary's warm reception. I don't know what that one means. Oh, that's a shooting event. Never mind. No, I don't see the one.
Yeah, there's
that you're
apparently going to be
talking
multiple interrogations and multiple shooting events.
Yeah.
Because a Tommy is not lemon escape.
Agreed.
So you don't have the trophy. Case closed. Anyways. So yeah, Date can apparently do some good hand-to-hand shit when he wants to. But he's not good enough at the hand-to-hand shit to not get brained by some fucking short, fat, little fucking otaku.
He got electrocuted with a fucking taser.
Not in my game! He got brained with a fucking pan!
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well mine makes sense, because he got fucking electrocuted with a taser.
Well, ours is significantly more embarrassing for him.
and in our route, he just gets
Absolutely.
bonked on the fucking head when he's looking at a photo.
He basically makes you look at the diner counter and then just bonks you with his mom's giant wok.
Yeah, so Dante's extra stupid in yours, and now he's even more stupid because he got hit
Well,
in
you
the
lost some
head.
brain cells. And yeah, one thing I didn't understand is, like, okay, day 4 starts with you in your car, and Dante's like,
Car?
yes. A few hours later, you're in your car.
How the
and
fuck did you get into your car after being knocked out?
that's what I'm asking! So Dante gets mad at them. Apparently, Iba was able to record, like, a few moments after the assault
And then
where they run off.
she shows you the recording after the assault.
Yeah, and Dante's like, why didn't you go after them? She's like, well, when they hit you in the head, it must have messed up the controls in your eye or something. And I'm like, how did you get him into the car then? You can't get your own ass out of his eye socket, but you can somehow get him into a car? Come on. What are we missing here?
He woke up enough or physically recovered enough for her to manipulate his body afterwards?
They need to make that
I don't
clear because they didn't make it clear, and I'm saying bullshit. I'm saying bullshit. There's no good reason for him to end up in that car.
Yeah, that is, like, okay, he gets fucking zapped. I don't know if Iba caught anything, but they show your eye going dark.
Now, him getting zapped would make sense for Iba to malfunction.
Yeah, he gets zapped, he falls onto the floor next to the bar. When he wakes up, Mama is there, he's on a couch,
Uh-oh.
and then he says really mean things to Mama.
Oh, why?
And that's where I
It's
left.
not her fault that he got zapped.
Rompopolo, do you need Rompopolo?
Rompopolo is the poison dude, right?
Yeah, the balloon fuck.
Yeah, one sec.
You and your fish. So, yeah, then we, like, after he uses X-ray vision to find somebody in the Yakuza place hiding behind a wall.
I need the small one.
Okay, well, I don't know what this is, but we're going to find out. He gets into, like, a little shooting minigame, which is kind of like a QTE thing. I don't know. I didn't
It had,
realize.
like, 2 things you had to do.
Yeah, I remember. You had to shoot, like, a little golden ball on a statue.
Getting that fucking cursor to stay over the other cursor was fucking annoying.
How that dude just pulls out a minigun and nobody's gonna get arrested over that shit? In Japan, dude just has a minigun and no one gets arrested, shoots at a cop.
Yeah.
Okay, Date doesn't even turn in fucking evidence. You think he's a good cop? He's
Well, you know
terrible
what?
at his job.
You know what?
He's
No.
awful.
No, there's some leverage you've got to use. And once these motherfuckers start shooting at you or braining you with fucking frying pans, I think you've got cause to bring them into prison and use that as leverage to get information out of them.
Yeah,
Yep.
So-
Date sucks at his job.
You must. I'm just saying.
terrible.
A minigun of all things. Jesus.
I'm just saying,
Got
that
an
little
AI in
Ota
his brain,
bastard.
and the AI is almost as dumb as him.
Oh my, well, I was not that bad unless there's like bugs nearby. But once she's like
Oh my
on her,
god, when you pick up the bug book in Iris's thing, it's so ridiculous.
once like she's in those little sync sessions, she's just the dumbest fucker ever.
Yeah, because she's got fucking Date's brain. Okay? Date is a fucking idiot.
She's always got Date's brain.
Well, she also has access to other things when she's not being controlled
This has
by
to be the small one, right?
It looks like it.
But
She
she's definitely dumber when Date has to fucking be in control.
yeah, when she's thinking, she's really stupid.
Yeah,
This is
agreed.
Date's brain. He's dumb as fuck.
Well, she is only 6.
Well, Dante only remembers 6 years of stuff, so... Big difference?
Iba is 5, okay?
Yeah, that's true.
Not
She's
6.
only 5.
They reference it multiple times, Greg.
Oh my god.
So the person hiding in the Yakuza hideout is that congressman who does all the bad stuff. His family, like, he came into possession somehow of pretty much that entire island where that Bloom Park is on, and then he managed to sell it like 6 months before the chemical plant exploded and rendered it all fucking useless, and bought it back for 1/30th the price. I can't remember how much they said he was worth, but it basically is the equivalent of like $300 million. He's worth some fucking money. He's not a little rich. He's not comfortable. He's like, I own an island off Tokyo and have fucking hundreds of millions of dollars in the bank rich.
Yeah.
So, apparently he's not born rich. You look at his bio, he's new money, which gives him contempt for the upper classes, which I can only imagine how that works in Japan, where those things are a little bit more rigid, but that's outside of my cultural purview. And Dante doesn't really get much out of this guy. What's his name? So something?
So, Sekicho or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, he basically gets, I'm here about other business, mind your own business out of him.
Yeah. He confirms that Shoko was working with the Mafia too. So they're
And
like...
Renju. Well, he suspected Shoko. He did not know Renju was working with them.
Yeah. So kind of a bad look that like all your friends are working for the fucking... are working with the Yakuza. Date. You're suspiciously bad friends here. Maybe that's a little evidence of Date was the past murderer. I don't know.
Also, Date, you should not be a police officer.
No, your hands are kind of dirty.
Then again, fucking Japanese police are very fucking notorious.
No, you don't have to say Japanese. You can just say police.
Well, true.
Well, you know, sometimes you need to get a little dirty.
No, you don't.
No, you should be above that shit.
You can be on the side of law without...
You should be held to a higher standard.
Oh, come the fuck on.
Oh, this
game's pissing me off today.
Well, don't play it.
Yeah, you're just being your normal self.
Did you not sleep?
No. When would I have had time to sleep?
I don't know. Maybe when I went to bed?
When did you go to bed?
The truth comes out.
When did you go to bed?
At 8 or 9 in the morning? I don't know. Might have been a little later than that. Might have been 10.
Right, and during this shooting scene is where we get the whole... There's a porno mag on the ground. I don't know why Aiba couldn't warn you when fucking Oda was about to tase and or bonk you, but...
Because she wasn't on high alert. Okay.
Well, Aiba's not that useful then, is she?
No! I think we've established that. They put a dumb AI in a dumb dude's head.
Have you seen the boss?
Yeah, she's dumb too.
Pewter's the only smart one.
And he,
as far as we can tell.
Still, I am still greatly enjoying this story, regardless of all of that.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying that.
They seem to have a knack for putting good cliffhangers at the ends of chapters or routes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the ride after visiting the Kamakura Yakuza, Aiba informs Date that So owned $30 billion worth of land. Most of Kawasaki he sold it 6 months before the chemical plant explosion.
Yeah, we established that.
During the drive, Date gets forwarded a call from prisoner, inmate number 89, who claims to know who killed Shoko. That hasn't gone anywhere yet. And then you get to the Date interrogation. I don't know how this went for Rebecca, but you present the evidence about how she could have feasibly done all these things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You never really give motive, though. I don't know if that's, like, not a part of the, Japanese trial process or interrogation process, but motive is never established. And
Yeah, but opportunity is.
opportunity is he never really talks to Iris's mom either to confirm her. Well, no, Iris's mom supposedly wasn't there.
Yeah, there's no way to confirm her alibi because she was home alone like everyone else. So, home alone. Renju, home alone. Iris, home alone.
What does this got to do with anything? What are you talking? Like, who's everyone
they have
else?
no alibis because they're all home alone.
Oh, yeah.
Makes me wonder what Iris's mom was doing. Like, just common for school teachers to be gone overnight?
Well, the way Iris was talking, yeah.
She's an adult. She can be gone if she wants to. Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah, Iris isn't a child.
Being gone does not a murderer make.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying what reason does a school teacher have to be gone overnight?
Maybe she's also, like, a maid. Like, the teacher.
Kawakami?
Yeah.
No, she's not.
You don't know.
No one wants some one-armed 40-year-old gimp maid.
Doesn't have
Mind
one
your own
arm.
business. That's why she was gone.
Okay, some
Yeah,
people
both
do.
arms. The one doesn't work right, supposedly. She might be lying about that.
She
You don't
has
know.
it.
Okay, what's the fucking point if it's just tacked on? Little floppy arm over here. That doesn't count.
What?
She can move it. It's just not.
Prove
able
it. When
to
did she
use
move it?
She said she can move it. She just can't fucking grab things.
Have you seen her move it?
I don't remember.
Okay then, she hasn't moved it.
I want to
I don't
go.
remember.
I
want to
go
know
up against
why
Nathan
this.
in court.
I want to know why this gimp-armed
It
single
didn't
mother,
look desiccated or
this
smaller.
gimp-armed single mother, was gone overnight for no fucking reason.
Now
She's
Nathan
a
hates
maid.
fat women and disabled women.
Yes. Good.
She's a maid.
She's not a maid.
Services.
Okay, well that has to be established. Until then, it's kind of sus for her to just be gone. I don't know what day of the
Look.
week it was.
The barkeep is the same as the one in Persona 5. So why would the school teacher not be the same?
What do you mean? It's not everything has to be Persona 5.
Well, apparently it is.
No. Do you have Guardian Ebony Otogaron?
Yes, that one I have both of.
Okay, good, because I don't want to fight that fucking thing anyways.
Yeah, that guy's more annoying than Arkfeld. Yeah,
Speaking
maybe
of-
not.
Do you have Chatacabra?
answer.
Yeah, I got large Chatacabra.
Well, I don't know what this is, so we'll find out. Oh, where was I? Right, so you put forward the evidence, and all the evidence against Iris is circumstantial. Technically, you could have done it if you had a motive, which we haven't established, and you didn't have an alibi, which, to be fair, Iris can't establish that herself. The real sneaky thing about this is she's like texting Oda during the interrogation, and
Yeah.
Date is able to catch
for
her,
protection.
and you find her. Yeah, you find her. You find the text messages, and Oda mentions something about that thing, and we still haven't learned what that thing is.
Yeah, because he distracts you and gets you.
This happens in your game too, right, Rebecca? Catches her with the phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't click on all the things in the video because I apparently clicked on the thing that makes it go to the thing with the phone. So I don't know if I needed to click on everything, but I did not.
And then you go to the sink where you're... I can only imagine you're dealing with Iris's troubled childhood trauma where she's... The whole goal of this sink is to destroy images on TVs that turn...
Why?
I don't know. What do you mean, why? I didn't develop the fucking game.
You're not destroying it. You're unlocking them so you can view them.
No,
Yeah, but
you're
you
just
unlock-
you're
you're unlocking
destroying
them
the
by
images
killing
on the
them.
TV. Yeah, you're turning innocent childhood drawings into murdered
you shoot
counterparts.
one, you throw a knife at another. You like break chemicals on one of them.
Did
Okay, like your shit was totally different than mine.
Did everyone, like, bang the TV the first chance they got?
No, I turned the dial because I was like, it's
You just
too obvious that
bang
banging it
anything
should
whenever
make it
you
work.
can, huh? Who's the pervert now?
If it's old and fuzzy, yeah. Wait, what?
If it's old and fuzzy, ha!
Ugh.
Just the way you like them, huh?
Come on, that was pretty good. Pretty good. How
Yeah,
often
it's
do we
pretty
get
good.
vintage CRT puns on this podcast?
Yeah.
Anywho, yeah, your sequence was very different from mine.
You weren't killing pictures?
No.
You didn't fire a gun at a picture.
No.
Interesting.
By a picture, Greg means a TV with a picture on it.
No. No, I did not. I was investigating whether or not she was the murderer or witnessed it.
Okay, so tell us what you did.
There were CRTVs. Okay, so you go up to the first one. You can bang it, investigate it, or turn the
Giggity.
dial. I just turned the dial because I was like, that's probably what they want you to do, and I'm saving myself some seconds.
As long as it's old and fuzzy, am I right?
And then, I'm just going to ignore it. And then there's a
That's fair.
mannequin that you can go up to, or a mirror, or you can go to both, but you're
I don't remember a mannequin.
It's a man, well, they call it a torso. And then he says, is it really a torso if it has a head?
Yeah.
And then you strangle,
Well, yeah, it can be a torso, but it's
torso.
not just a torso.
you strangle it, okay, and it makes a barrel? I think a barrel fall from the ceiling.
And then you look at the barrel and there's a bullet inside.
No.
No?
No, you can't even interact with that
Oh.
bullet. A
Hers is
barrel.
way different than ours.
Yeah.
A medical bed appears and a table with medicine on it.
Do you have...
And when you have Iba check out the medicine, like you can either drink it, smell it, or investigate it, or look at it, or something. I was like, probably shouldn't do the drinking it or smelling it, so I just had her fucking investigate it. She's like, oh, this seems very poisonous. It's a good thing we
Yeah,
didn't
smelling
do the
it's
other
gonna be
things."
the last thing that you ever did.
And then, like, there's an operating table. You can either perform surgery,
We
sleep
perform...
on it,
Yeah,
We
we
had
perform
that.
surgery.
We had that.
We perform surgery.
I felt like
I
sleeping
did
on it
not
would be a
perform
bad
surgery.
idea. I did not try that.
Sleeping on it didn't really do anything. It's
Oh, you
like a
tried
waste
it?
of time. Yeah.
Interesting.
I didn't perform surgery because it was going to take too many seconds, and then it also penalized you with the ×2.
Oh, ours kept giving us like 1/6 timer thing, so...
Yeah,
I did the surgery with the 1/6 thing,
Yeah.
and it wasn't bad at all.
yeah, mine was a ×2, and it
Yeah,
started out with like 100 some seconds.
I almost
had-
feel
No.
like that's their way of guiding you on what you were supposed to.
I had
frickin'
over
do.
200 some seconds left.
Well, all the things that were wrong, or like that caused trouble, were the ones that had the ×2 on.
I think this is a big one.
For me. Anyway, so you investigate that shit. There's another TV. Yeah, another TV pops up that you can watch. You watch another one of the murders. Then some bookshelves appear, and you push the inside bookshelf so it lines up with
You
the
still
other
need
two.
that 50 captures thing, I take it.
I don't think so. No.
A metal ball falls to the ground. You can
That's
pick up the
that.
ball
That never happened.
and throw it at another mannequin. And
Yeah,
that-
this happened.
That unlocks another TV, but it also unlocks a table that has a book on it,
Yeah, it must have been the biggest one.
reference
Fuck.
book, that turns out to be like about bugs. So she comes really stupid. You can skip the book, which I had to do it twice because I wasted too much time looking at this fucking book and like looking at everything. Anyway, so you watch the other TV. Then it unlocks a locker and a gun that's on the ceiling,
On the ceiling.
held by a pipe and in a vise. So, you look into... and it's funny, like... I investigated the gun first, and then I went to the locker. They're next to each other, but I opened... Like, the first time I looked into it, and then Dante was like, watch out, be careful. And then it was like, you used all your time. And then So when I had to do it again, I just straight up opened it, and a fucking knife flies out, hits a canister filled with gas, explodes that, and just starts one of those, what are they called, where like the ball rolls down a thing and bounces into things, knocks it off.
Mousetrap, yeah.
No, Rube Goldberg. Yeah, Rube Goldberg
Yeah,
device.
Rube Goldberg. It does one of those for a really fucking long time. And then... what happened after that? I guess then, like, somehow you see the last murder. And then he sees a broken piece of glass or mirror and sees himself in it as the murderer. Dante does. Did you guys have that happen?
No.
So you didn't see yourselves as the murderer in the
No. No.
Okay. Alright. Well, that's what happened for me. And then I ended up in the control room. And I'm like, guys, what the fuck? You need to tell me more about this fucking first Cyclops murderer. Is it me? Are you guys lying to me? Am I the fucking murderer and you're just not telling me? And then they're like, for a little bit they tease you and pretend that you are. But then your boss is like, no, there's absolutely no way, and I'm sure that you're not the murderer, but I can't tell you why. And he's just like, whatever. And then Iris wakes up, and then you go back into the thing, get her, and start driving her back. And she's like, hey, I'd like to go somewhere. And he's like, where do you like to go? And she's like, I want to go to Marble. And he's like, you know what Marble is? And she's like, yeah, Renju took me there. Well, she calls him Mr. whatever his fucking
Join, Greg, goddamn.
Oh, I didn't know. What'd you send?
Another arc film.
So you see her texting while she's in the car, and you arrive at Marble, and you see Ota there, but not Mama. He tells you that Mama had to go somewhere and left him to watch the bar. And he's like, oh, have you been here before? And he's like, no, this is my first time here. And then he has his little inner thought, and he's like, oh, that's just like Mama to just trust a complete stranger to watch her bar. And then Ota is like, looks scared.
Oh, good man.
Says there's someone behind you just outside the door. And then Dante,
what
gets
route are
freaked
you?
out, and he goes to look out the door, and they zap him with a fucking taser. Ota gets this really fucking creepy smile on his face, and Iris is looking at you with a little bit of a smirk, and then, like, your eye goes dark, and you just are laying there unconscious. And then you wake up, day 4, on a couch, with Mama at the bar. And then I think he called her, like, a monster or something like that. He was like, am I dreaming? Is that a monster? Oh, no, it's just Mama.
Ha! Okay, that's cool.
We need to talk
about... color? Do you know what color your route is? Because mine is definitely red.
Yeah,
Blue,
she's on the blue route. We need to talk about...
I'm pretty sure the red route is, like, some sort of thing that ends with Oda. Because I'm pretty sure all the routes end with a certain character.
Yeah, it looks like there's like 4 or 5 based on the trophies.
Which is, this is something that they did in Virtue's Last Reward. Like, all the routes kind of focused on... well, they were all different story-wise, but they also kind of focused on an individual character. Which is, I don't know it for sure, but it kind of feels that's what AI is going to do.
Yeah. Well,
we need to talk about Oda's dad, right?
Oh, does he exist or not?
Daddy?
No, you saw the images of him, right?
That doesn't mean he exists. Every time
he looks like a cartoon character.
Okay,
I know, like they're all anime characters,
exist, though, because you keep asking about him. He's always gone.
In mine,
he's dead.
In mine, I've not seen anything that makes that indicates what he looks like. But I have a suspicion that he's dead just because of the way that Oda's mom is acting, and if you investigate the diner, there's a lot of shit on the walls that's like stuck at a certain time.
I can't explain it, like, but like everyone looks like an anime character, and that's fine. This guy looks like a doodle. Like he's a Sunday morning comic character, and I don't like. It's weird.
I never saw him.
I don't know why Oda's dad looks the way he does.
But
Oda kind of looks like a comic character, to be fair.
True,
No, you haven't seen how Oda's dad looks. Clearly haven't.
Unless I saw him in the first time, I don't think I've seen him. Or I. Just
You guys
don't
gotta
remember.
check your fucking bios.
But I did work out that his dad is probably dead, just because of the way his mom acts and how the diner is stuck at a certain time. Like, it's not been updated because his mom is not accepting that his dad is dead.
How many guests have you seen at the diner?
Abandoned. Huh?
How many guests have you seen at the diner?
Guests?
None.
Exactly.
None. She's like, he just left. Where'd he go? I don't know. He's always running off somewhere.
Right, and Iris's sink alludes to her making out with that guy, but
She doesn't know who the heck he is.
Yeah, they keep saying, well, that could mean anything in one of these sink dreams. Like, maybe it's not her, maybe it's blah blah blah.
So in yours, did it show her watching the murders happen?
No.
No, but
it showed her on
making
top
out
of
with this guy.
Yeah, showed her on top of kissing him. Well,
which feels weird enough as is.
Well, it showed a blue figure, right? And that's one of the things that makes me think maybe that's her mom. Like maybe that's just something she walked in on.
At least have like a picture of somebody's face on it.
No, it's just generic blue figure.
Yeah, it's not even necessarily gendered.
So it doesn't even have
We're
Iris'
assuming the
face
gender
on it.
by
So
the blue.
You're assuming it's.
No, I'm not assuming the gender by the blue. I'm assuming the gender that's kissing an old Japanese dude. I know it doesn't.
I'm saying you're assuming that it's Iris doing these things.
Well, it's her dream.
It's
Instead
her
of
dream.
Witnessing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not assuming anything because they outright tell you it isn't necessarily Iris. They're so vague with it though. They're like it could be anything, and I'm just sitting there like, okay, well, if that's the case, what's the fucking point of doing these things if it could just be anything?
In mine, they say they indicate that she's most likely witnessing it, or at least pieced it together from.
That's what I'm thinking because Mizuki's was very. It seemed like Mizuki's blue figure was her witnessing somebody.
Yeah. Well, in mine, Iris, most likely from the way that they're doing it, witnessed the 4 first Cyclops murders happen.
Really?
There's one figure killing the ladies, and their faces are like pictures tacked to a white female body. It's still like that kind of see-through, like the blue and red figures are. And there's a red figure. I can't remember if it's the red figure that's killing the person or the blue figure that's killing them. I can't remember which is which. But one of them is watching the other one kill the girls. And then at the end, the last one you see, it shows the last girl being killed, and they match how they were killed, which was never released to the media. So yeah, that's super sus that she knows how they were killed. And then on the mirror on the ground that gets busted, it shows Date as the killer.
Interesting.
Our Iris Sink had nothing to do with those murders whatsoever.
And then Pewter, he is like, oh, that doesn't necessarily mean it was you. I mean, she was intimidated by you during the interrogation, so she could have just slotted you in there. So, it's not you. And they're really pushing the, it's not you. You didn't kill her. You didn't kill those 4 girls. and potentially your
It was
two
past
friends.
you.
It wasn't you. I promise it wasn't you, but I can't tell you why I know it's not you, but it's not you.
I'm glad
It's
Rebecca
like-
went on this
He's
this
like-
other route.
Yeah,
like-
I do. I am too. Because this
He's
is
very
super
suspicious
interesting.
of that. He doesn't really trust them that they're not lying to him.
Bitch.
Yeah, why should he?
He's like, did I kill these people?
That was
But
night
he's-
and day easier than the other one.
He's sure
I blame
he
our
didn't kill
cats
the
for
new
being
ones.
useless.
But
Yeah.
Because I don't think I played any worse that time.
I do suspect that Iris for sure is the one witnessing these murders. I don't know who the murderer actually is, but she did witness them. Like, that is pretty well established. And she's somehow involved because of the text about the thing with Oda. And I don't know if her mom killed them, but the colored body, well, actually they both look like base male.
That's it. Her mom was the old murderer and the new murderer.
She could be.
I don't
She
know.
could be. Or
Or maybe So was the old murderer and now the mom's the new murderer to protect him. Killing all the
Mom
people
might-
killing all the
It
people who
might-
know who are
the thing
accomplices.
I thought is if it's not Date, Mom is the original killer and Iris is the copycat. Because
See-
she witnessed those
Okay.
murders.
I know this is a metagame.
And that doesn't mean her mom isn't helping her with these murders.
I know this is a metagame, but I doubt Iris is a murderer.
Why? Because you've seen her in the Nirvana initiative?
No, she's the idol you're trying to save in the third game that hasn't released yet.
That doesn't mean she wasn't the murderer in one of the paths.
Okay, she's got to go to jail at some point if she was a fucking serial killer and they find out about it.
Yeah.
I don't think Dante is gonna fucking rescue her if she's a serial killer.
They can obviously pick
No,
one of the
no,
pathways
no.
as canon.
I'm
right?
not buying it.
And then in the other
No.
one, she's your idol that you're not that you're saving.
You know
because
it's
it doesn't
possible
follow the
because
Iris path.
in Virtue's Last Reward, one of the girls just goes on she loses somebody important to her, snaps, and goes on a killing spree, and that's the end of her pathway.
So there's just gonna be non-canon routes too.
Yeah,
Yes.
there could be.
Okay,
There
well
could be.
I'm talking about the canon route is that Iris is not the murderer.
Obviously, the
And
canon one
that's
isn't.
the one that matters because she's a character in the third game.
But that doesn't mean she doesn't murder in the pathway I'm going to.
Well,
I think
I'm sorry, you're on a fake pathway.
my guess
You're on a
is
fake pathway.
in my pathway.
Let's put some money on it.
Did you
I'm
get a crown
thinking-
from that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
In my
Pretty sure I
pathway,
did.
I think either her mom or Date was the original murderer, and
I did
Iris
not.
is the copycat.
Oh. Then why did I
because
have
she
that thing on the
witnessed
list?
them.
So we hunted an Arkveld for no reason.
Apparently.
And Iris and Hitomi do not seem
Get
surprised
out of
to
here,
know
man.
you. Like, when they meet you, they kind of seem like they already know you.
You have Gypsaros, I'm pretty sure. You have...
Yeah, you asked about
No,
them
I
earlier.
For the last 5 minutes.
I heard what you said. Iris and her mother don't seem surprised to have seen you. Or to see you.
What did
And
I say before that?
I don't remember.
Because you weren't listening!
And Date saw the mom in a dream, so... Pretty sure he's not just dreaming of people he's never met, so he had to have met the mom before. When she pulled out his eye
Oh my god.
6
I mean,
years ago...
I love it, but these are some stretches.
Yeah, why
Okay,
does he
but-
see her dead, but then she's alive?
But, Greg, gotta be fair here. Whatever the
I
real
said I
fucking...
love it.
You remember, whatever the real ending is, it's going to be a stretch. We might be stretching in the wrong direction, but it's not going to be, oh, it was this homeless guy that fucking was, like, hopped up on some new fucking Russian drug. Right? It's going to be something that is supposed to be shocking.
Yeah.
Of the trophies, we could all be right.
But I'm more right because my right is canon.
Oh my god.
Hirabami. Do you got Hirabami?
Only the large one.
Well, I don't know what this is, but we'll find out.
It's such bullshit that we have to guess.
I'm wondering, like...
Hey, you're still getting crowns?
I think I've gotten one.
What? No way.
Yeah, I think everything else has either been the opposite of what I needed or
We received supplies.
just in your list for some reason.
Castlevania Requiem, Symphony of the Night, and Rondo of Blood. $5 on PSN.
Oh, that's a steal.
So wait, there's a blue pathway and a red pathway, but do
Yes.
each of those pathways then further break down?
I
into,
know
like,
I
three
know the
more?
red path diverges because I saw the split when I was doing the iris sync. I went down the left path, so I'm pretty certain there's a right path you can go down on that. You can split on the split.
Yeah, I did the right path. I didn't have an option to do the left though.
I don't
On
know.
the iris sync.
Well, you always have an option.
Yeah.
No, it only lets me fucking go down the fucking right path. The blue path.
You definitely have an option.
I don't know how
That's,
you
that's
switch
just
to
how
the other one.
that's just how the game works.
But I don't know how do you switch to the other one?
You hit the
You,
TV instead of turning the knob.
You think so?
Yeah, I think
Wait,
so.
did something happen when you hit the TV?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
image
put
on
us
it
like-
fucking
put us on
turned
the
off.
red path.
Oh!
No, we were on the red path before then.
Yeah, but
I think you're right. We were on the red path because we lifted the cage at Bloom Park and Rebecca messed with the balloons.
So
Ah.
you're saying though that I might have switched to a different path if I hit the TV instead of
You wouldn't have switched to our path. You would have gone to maybe
One of
another
the other
path.
side
Yeah,
paths.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I turned the knob.
I'm not
Instead of
saying
hitting-
that that's what.
My initial was to hit the TV because I was like that's how I always get it to.
And I'm not saying that's
I mean,
what
we're
did it.
gonna-
I'm
we're
saying
going
that
to-
could be what
We're
did
going
it.
to go through all the paths eventually. Or, well, I mean, I'm going to.
If you want a platinum, you'll go through them all. Or if you just want to see the story.
Yep, this is the small one. This will be a trope.
I kind of wish there was like an anime of this.
The,
'Cause
one
it
of
was-
the difficult things about animes about things like this is because they have so many different paths.
They only give you the
Like-
one, yeah.
I want to see all of them.
Well,
not
guess
just
what?
the one.
You can play the visual novel and see all of them.
Yeah,
Okay then.
but I also want to be lazy and just watch it.
No.
And like Chaos Child,
I mean, we're already we're already kind of watching it. No.
like the Chaos Child anime, there's the 2 or 3 things at the end that you can watch that are different.
That's our cue.
I think we have a.
separate.
I think we have some like. I can't remember. We have some visual novel based anime that we just haven't watched yet. I can't remember what
We
it
have
is.
another
Danganronpa?
one?
No, is that even an anime?
Yeah, Danganronpa is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the other one is. I know we have.
Oh,
Steins
there's
Gate.
like a Steins Gate like OVA we could watch that we just haven't. Yeah, because it was kind of nice watching Chaos Child after playing the visual novel. Just to see how the anime did it. The anime was actually alright. The Persona 5 anime was dog shit. It was not that good.
Yeah, it's pretty meh.
Like, you... If you didn't play the game, you have no idea what's going on. Nothing really makes sense.
Yeah.
But if you played the game, you got a better version of that story already.
Yeah, it's kind of like a summarization of the game. But also requires that you know a lot about the game.
Yeah, it's an anime that's pretty much just designed for people who don't need to watch it.
Yeah.
We should have hamburgers.
I don't think we have the meat for that.
Well, we should do it anyway.
I think we have a half-pound pack of meat, and that's it.
I should have hamburgers.
I should have hamburgers, and you should eat your rice shit that's been sitting on the fucking warmer all day.
I took it off.
Oh, did you eat it?
No, I ate it earlier.
Now we are beating the shit out of this thing. How it is not dead is beyond me.
No, it ran away.
Oh, it's almost dead.
God, I have 83 Vampire Survivors bronze trophies.
Yeah, that game just gives them to you.
Fucking how many does it have?
Like
I really
200.
need to go do the other
200?
DLCs.
Fucking
I have a
hell.
whole nother trophy list I could do for that game, and I'm just...
I'm only at
we'll see.
31% on that.
We'll see.
And I have 99 trophies for it.
Too easy.
Yeah, that game just
That was a
gives
good
you...
one, though.
That game just gives you trophies all the time.
Yeah, after you reach a certain point, you just kind of set your controller down. It does the rest.
Okie dokie. Let's see what the hell else I have here.
Oh, yeah, another crown. Woohoo!
Well, at least that one had a crown.
Yeah.
Well, we covered all the things.
So we will do day 4 for the next podcast. We'll see if there's any news, but if not, apparently we can spin this visual novel day shit until like an hour.
Do you have interest in writing for this?
Yeah.
For Somnia?
Yeah. Fuck it.
Because if I keep going, I'm just going to end up doing it all.
Well, contact Howard. Actually, I need access to the...
I need to.
Well, see, here's the thing. We got to do the routes, too, so I don't know. Maybe I should just get on fucking blue route and write that.
Oh, yeah, I could just stick with red route. See, I didn't really know the color thing until you get a few links. Until you get a few links in, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, colors? What the fuck are they talking about? Did this guy just make this up? But no, it's all colored.
Anyway, I'm hopping off of here. Nice talking to you, Greg. Have a good one.
Alright, you too. Take care.
I'll be waiting here.
You too. Bye.
Yeah, this is probably a good spot to end things. We can see about the rest of this list later. I think I'm
Right.
going to make a screenshot so I can remember where I was on this list. Well, do you have a Zuwu crown?
No, I don't have any Zulu.
Okay. So that's one we can definitely do. Take a screenshot of it so I remember. So where I'm at right now is like Zuwu, Yankuku, Tempered Gravios. I don't think you need any more Rompopolos.
No, No, didn't we just do one that was...
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
Lala Barina, Gormagala. I don't think you need any more Hirabamis, but I've got another one. And then I've got another Nurskyla and a Balahara, but I think we did the Balahara already. Like,
Yeah, Balahar is good.
a month ago.
Yeah.
Alright. So there shouldn't be too many more, but I think we can squeeze another podcast out of this. Alright. That'll do it for episode...
We're really milking it with this, with these crowns.
Well, you want those crowns. You're gonna have to at some point get the rest of them on your own, I think, because I just don't have any more investigations. Which means all the other ones I got based off of just joining random games and getting lucky, I guess. Alright, but that'll do it for episode 438 of the 3G podcast. Until next Sunday, see y'all later.
Alright, bye everybody.